Have you ever taken a bite of a KFC crispy tender and wondered, how do they get that perfect crunch? Or, what's the story behind the juicy, flavorful chicken inside that iconic golden coating? Well, you're about to find out. Welcome to the fascinating world of KFC's crispy tenders. Today, we're stepping inside a modern factory to explore how these mouth-watering tenders are created. From the initial stages of selecting the best chicken cuts to the final crispy finish that's become a worldwide favorite. Consider this your VIP pass into a behind-the-scenes journey that many people never get to see. We'll walk through everything: the high-quality sourcing standards, the precise seasoning blends, the specialized equipment designed to handle massive quantities of chicken, and the rigorous quality checks that ensure you get a safe, delicious meal every single time. If you've ever been curious about what it takes to transform raw chicken into the crispy tenders you've come to love, stick around. We'll reveal the step-by-step process, all the little secrets along the way, and the technology that helps make it happen. By the end of this video, you'll have a whole new appreciation for the crispy tenders in your KFC meal. Whether you're a devoted fan of that crispy coating, or you simply love learning how the food industry works, trust me, you're in for something special. Now, let's head inside the factory and see how the magic happens, one tender at a time. Before we dive into the actual process of making crispy tenders, let's take a moment to appreciate the scale and precision involved. This factory is specifically equipped to handle massive daily outputs of chicken, meeting the ever-growing demand from KFC restaurants around the globe. From the outside, it might just look like a large industrial complex, but step indoors, and you'll see a finely tuned operation that combines cutting-edge technology with human expertise. Lines of automated conveyor belts move raw chicken from one station to another. Workers meticulously inspect each batch for quality, and heavy-duty machinery mixes and applies that signature seasoning blend, ensuring every single tender has the same irresistible taste and texture. Every step of this factory's layout is carefully planned to maintain cleanliness, safety, and efficiency. For example, raw and cooked products are strictly segregated to prevent cross-contamination. You'll also notice bright-colored lines on the floor. These lines guide employees on safe walkways and mark zones for different stages of production, so everyone knows exactly where to go and what to handle at each station. One unique feature here is the advanced air filtration system. Giant ventilation units help regulate temperature, humidity, and overall air quality, which is critical for preserving freshness in a food manufacturing environment. And then there's the integrated tracking system, where each shipment of chicken is documented from the moment it arrives at the loading dock until it leaves as ready-to-cook crispy tenders for KFC restaurants. In short, this isn't just any ordinary assembly line. It's a methodical, fast-paced, and strictly managed environment that helps KFC deliver the quality you expect every time you order crispy tenders. Let's move on to see how the raw chicken comes in and begins its transformation. The journey to a perfect KFC crispy tender starts long before the chicken even arrives at this factory. KFC maintains partnerships with reputable poultry suppliers who follow strict guidelines for animal welfare, feed quality, and overall farming practices. By the time the chicken reaches this production line, it's already been through numerous checks to ensure it meets KFC's high standards. Once the trucks arrive here, the crates of chicken are unloaded and moved to a temperature-controlled receiving area. This is a critical step. The factory staff need to confirm the chicken's internal temperature is within a safe range. Anything that doesn't meet these standards is immediately flagged and set aside for further inspection. To ensure transparency and traceability, each shipment has digital records detailing where the chicken came from, when it was processed, and how it was handled. This digital tracking system is crucial. Not only does it help keep the factory organized, but it also means that if any quality issue ever arises, the exact batch can be quickly identified and isolated. From there, an on-site quality control team takes samples from random crates to check everything from appearance and smell to microbial tests. These tests detect any signs of contamination or spoilage. Only when these inspections confirm the chicken is safe and fresh do we move on to the next step. Think of this receiving phase like the bouncer at an exclusive club. If the chicken doesn't meet the criteria, it doesn't get in. Quality starts the moment the truck doors open. setting the stage for creating that delicious crispy tender you know and love. Now that we know our chicken has passed muster, let's follow it into the processing area to see how it's prepped. After getting the green light at the receiving station, the chicken heads into what's known as the butchering and trimming area. In many factories supplying KFC, this step may be partially done at the poultry supplier, but final trimming and sizing often happen right here to ensure the pieces meet exact specifications for crispy tenders. The first step involves removing any excess fat, cartilage, or bone fragments that aren't consistent with those perfect strips we all expect. Some factories use automated cutting machines programmed with laser guides and sensors to make highly precise cuts. Others rely on skilled workers wielding specialized knives who quickly trim the chicken by hand. In most modern facilities, it's actually a blend of both. A machine does the initial sizing, and workers fine-tune the final shape. This team operates in a high-speed environment, but each person is trained to recognize the characteristics of quality chicken. Is the color off? Does the texture look unusual? If there's anything questionable, it gets pulled from the line. This human element of vigilance is an important layer on top of all the digital and mechanical systems. From there, the trimmed chicken pieces are washed thoroughly in cold, potable water. This rinse removes any stray pieces or potential contaminants, ensuring the tenders are as clean as possible before moving on. The pieces are then placed on a conveyor belt, ready to be whisked away to the next stage: marination. Take a moment to appreciate the work that goes into this. Every time you pick up a KFC crispy tender, there's been a whole team working to ensure it's the right size, shape, and quality. And yes, while automation is amazing, it's the attentive eyes and hands of skilled workers that make all the difference in delivering top-notch tenders. This next step is where the signature taste really begins to develop: marination. While KFC's exact recipe is famously proprietary, the general principle remains the same. This stage infuses the chicken with flavor from the inside out, ensuring each bite is juicy and well-seasoned. In large tumbling machines, think of them like giant rotating drums, the trimmed chicken pieces are combined with a special blend of brine and seasonings. The marinade typically contains salt, water, and an assortment of spices that help break down the proteins and enhance the natural juiciness of the meat. These tumblers rotate gently, causing the marinade to penetrate deep into the chicken tissue. The amount of time the chicken spends in these tumblers can vary, but it's usually carefully calculated to achieve maximum flavor absorption without over-marinating. Too little time and the taste won't stick. Too long and the texture could turn mushy. Precision is key. Operators closely monitor temperature, rotation speed, and marinade volume. Everything is recorded in real time. If something's off, say the temperature dips below the target range, an alarm notifies the team, and they pause production to troubleshoot. As the drums spin, small digital sensors track how many rotations have occurred, ensuring consistency across batches. This consistency is one of the main reasons why the KFC crispy tender you buy in one city tastes the same as one across the country. From one batch to the next, the process is standardized down to the last detail. After marination, the chicken pieces are allowed a brief resting period for the flavors to settle. Then it's on to a quick inspection, where trained employees verify the chicken has the right coloration and moisture content. Now that the tenders are fully seasoned inside, they're ready for the signature KFC breading that gives them their iconic crunch. This is the part you've probably seen hinted at in countless TV commercials: the breading station, where the magic crispy coating comes to life. In most KFC supplier factories, this involves a combination of automated equipment and the skilled hands of workers who understand precisely how to achieve that coveted texture. Here, the marinated chicken pieces move along a conveyor belt toward large stainless steel stations filled with a specially formulated flour-based breading mix. While KFC keeps the exact mix of herbs and spices under lock and key, we do know it typically includes flour, salt, pepper, and other flavorings that contribute to that trademark taste. In some production lines, workers pick up each piece of chicken, dip it into water or a light batter, and then dredge it through the flour mixture. This ensures every inch is evenly coated. In more advanced automated lines, the marinated chicken might pass through a cascading curtain of breading, followed by a gentle shake or air blast system that removes excess flour. The aim is uniform coverage. Too much breading can create clumps, while too little leaves bare spots. Striking that perfect balance is what yields the consistent crunch you find in every tender. Depending on the factory's capacity and technology level, you might see a second dip in a liquid solution, sometimes called a pre-dip, to help the breading adhere better. Then it's back into a dry coating before the tenders move on. Throughout this process, workers and automated sensors keep an eye on the breading station to ensure it stays clean, remains at the right temperature, and doesn't get soggy. When you bite into a crispy tender and hear that satisfying crunch, you're experiencing the culmination of careful breading, the right blend of seasonings, and a precise application process that never skips a beat. Next up, these tenders take a spin through the frying or par frying station. Once the chicken has been beautifully coated in that signature breading, it's time to turn up the heat, literally. Many KFC suppliers use large industrial fryers to par fry the tenders. Par frying, or partial frying, is a technique where the chicken is fried just enough to set the breading and develop that initial crispy layer. It's then cooled, often frozen, and shipped to KFC restaurants where it's fried again right before being served. The reason for this two-step frying process is twofold: consistency and efficiency. By partially frying the tenders at the factory, the breading is secured and the flavor is locked in. Then, when you order your meal, the local KFC kitchen can give them a final fry to that perfect golden hue, ensuring they're fresh, hot, and extra crispy. In the factory, these industrial fryers are massive, often capable of handling thousands of tenders per hour. The oil temperature is meticulously controlled, usually hovering around 320 to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 to 177 degrees Celsius. Operators keep a close eye on the flow rate of oil, the speed of the conveyor belt, and the internal temperature of the chicken to make sure each piece is cooked uniformly. As the tenders exit the fryer, they glide onto a drip-off conveyor that lets any excess oil drain away. Workers or automated cameras check for color consistency. There's a specific shade of golden brown that signals the breading has reached that sweet spot. If any batch is underfried or overfried, it's removed from the line for further inspection. This step is a testament to the synergy between technology and human oversight. Computers track time and temperature with pinpoint accuracy, but a final look from trained staff ensures no tender is too dark or too pale. After par frying, the tenders move to the cooling phase, getting them ready for packaging and distribution. Fresh out of the fryer, those crispy tenders still hold a lot of heat. If they were simply packed up in that hot state, the moisture trapped inside would soften the crust, reducing their crispiness. That's where the cooling phase comes in. In many factories, the tenders first travel along a conveyor belt through a specialized cooling tunnel. This tunnel uses a controlled flow of cool air to bring down the product's temperature quickly but gently. Think of it like a giant air-conditioned hallway designed specifically for chicken. The goal is to reach a specific temperature range that halts any residual cooking and stabilizes the coating. After passing through the cooling tunnel, the tenders typically move toward a flash freezing unit, commonly known as an IQF, individually quick frozen system, if that's the protocol for the specific supply chain. By rapidly freezing each tender, they're preserved at peak quality. This process locks in the flavor, texture, and moisture so that when the tenders are reheated in KFC restaurants, they come out tasting fresh and delicious. It's a surprisingly delicate operation. If the tenders freeze too slowly, large ice crystals can form within the meat, potentially damaging the texture. Freeze them too fast or to an incorrect temperature, and you run the risk of altering flavor or consistency. So each second in these cooling and freezing zones is carefully timed. Sensors track the temperature of the air, the belt speed, and even the core temperature of the chicken. Operators watch for any variation that might affect quality. Once they're perfectly cooled or frozen, depending on the supply chain requirements, these tenders are ready for the next phase. Most often that means packaging and labeling, preparing them for their journey to KFC restaurants. Let's see how they bundle these goodies for transport. With the crispy tenders now cooled or flash frozen, the factory's focus shifts to packaging, an essential step for protecting product quality and maintaining traceability. While the packaging design can vary, the common goal is to seal out contaminants, lock in freshness, and provide clear information about batch numbers and best by dates. Depending on the client's needs, the tenders might be packed in bulk bags, vacuum-sealed pouches, or large corrugated boxes. High-speed packaging machines can fill, seal, and label hundreds of packages per minute. In many facilities, you'll see a combination of manual labor and automated robotics. Machines place the tenders into bags with astonishing precision, while workers finalize box counts and stack the boxes onto pallets. This is also where labeling becomes crucial. Each package or box typically features a scannable barcode, a production date, and a batch number. This system ensures complete traceability. If an issue ever arises, say a packaging defect or a recall, the specific batch can be identified and pulled from distribution swiftly. Amidst these automated lines, there's a continuous stream of inspections. Workers check seal integrity on the bags, confirm that boxes are closed properly, and scan the printed labels to verify they match the right batch. Another set of quality control checks might even weigh random packages to ensure customers get exactly what they pay for. Once the tenders are securely packaged, they're palletized, stacked onto wooden or plastic pallets, and shrink-wrapped for shipping. Large forklifts then ferry these pallets into temperature-controlled storage areas or directly into refrigerated trucks, depending on demand and distribution schedules. And with that, the tenders are officially on their way to the next phase, heading out to KFC restaurants around the world. While packaging might seem like the final step in a busy production line, there's still a critical component at work here: rigorous quality control and testing. You see, the quest for perfect crispy tenders doesn't end once the boxes are sealed. In a dedicated on-site lab or testing area, additional samples from each batch are examined to ensure they meet KFC's stringent standards. These checks go beyond just looking at color and texture. Technicians might measure internal temperatures, test for microbial content, and even cook some sample tenders to evaluate flavor and mouthfeel. It's a science-driven process that uses specialized equipment, including incubators and bacterial testing kits, to confirm the product is free from harmful pathogens. If a sample fails any one of these tests, say the marinade percentage is off, or there's an indication of bacterial contamination, the entire batch can be held back. This might sound extreme, but it's a fundamental part of ensuring the safety and reliability of the product you find at your local KFC. From the time the chicken arrives at the factory to the moment it leaves, numerous checkpoints exist so that any potential issues can be caught and addressed promptly. These labs also keep track of consumer feedback data and run routine taste panels to align the final product with KFC's iconic flavor profile. Sometimes they'll conduct shelf life studies, checking how tenders hold up over time in storage. This continuous testing loop feeds back into the production process, inspiring tweaks in marination times, breading formulations, or frying temperatures to ensure improvement and consistency. This unwavering commitment to quality is why when you order a batch of crispy tenders, you can trust that the flavors are on point and that each piece is cooked safely. It's a constant balancing act of art, science, and attention to detail. With all the rigorous steps completed, sourcing, marination, breading, par frying, cooling, packaging, and final quality checks, it's time for these tenders to hit the road. Fleet after fleet of refrigerated trucks loads up, ensuring the product stays at a safe temperature throughout its journey. Whether the destination is a regional distribution center or directly to local KFC restaurants, maintaining the cold chain is a top priority. Each truck is fitted with temperature monitoring devices. Real-time data gets sent back to logistics teams, alerting them if any unexpected fluctuations occur. Why is this so important? Because temperature stability is key to preventing bacterial growth and preserving the flavor you expect when you bite into a KFC crispy tender. A short mishap in the cold chain can compromise quality, so everything is tracked meticulously. When the shipment arrives at a KFC restaurant, The staff inspects the boxes upon arrival, scanning barcodes to match the delivery to their orders, confirming none of the packaging is damaged, and verifying that the interior temperature of the truck remained within the safe range. If everything checks out, those sealed packages of tenders go straight into the restaurant's freezers or refrigerators, depending on whether they're fully frozen or partially frozen. It might be another day or two before your local KFC actually dips them in a fryer to give them that final fresh crunch. The par frying at the factory means they're already partially cooked, so that second fry at the restaurant is designed to finish them off perfectly. That's why when you place an order, the staff can quickly serve up a piping hot, crispy tender, golden, juicy, and just the right amount of crunchy. This smooth handoff from factory to restaurant ensures that the hard work behind the scenes translates into the exact taste KFC customers have come to crave. So there you have it, an in-depth look at how KFC crispy tenders make their journey from raw chicken to the delicious meal on your plate. From the moment those chickens are sourced under strict guidelines for quality and welfare, to the point where you bite into that crunchy, savory goodness, the entire process is about precision, safety, and, of course, flavor. It's easy to take for granted how much work goes into something as simple as a chicken tender. But when you stop and think about the technology, the human expertise, and the multiple checkpoints along the way, it becomes clear that every tender is part of a larger story. It's a story of modern food production, blending traditional culinary practices, like marination and breading, with state-of-the-art automation and scientific testing.
And tunnel ovens. Factories focus on consistency for bulk craft beer production in American factories. Millions of pints of craft beer being produced every year, each one bursting with unique flavors and aromas. How do American factories manage to brew such diverse and high-quality beers in bulk without losing their artisanal touch? Join us as we uncover the precise processes and cutting-edge techniques that transform raw ingredients into the liquid gold beloved by beer enthusiasts nationwide. From the first sip to the final packaging, discover the intricate journey that makes American craft beer a staple on tables everywhere. Selecting premium ingredients for craft beer. The foundation of any great craft beer lies in its ingredients. American craft breweries adhere to the German purity law of 1516, ensuring that their beer is made using only the finest components: water, barley, hops, and yeast. High-quality water is sourced from pristine locations, providing the perfect base for brewing. Specialty malts and a variety of hops are carefully selected to create diverse flavor profiles, while premium yeast strains are chosen to achieve the desired fermentation characteristics. Malting, preparing the barley for brewing. Malting is the first critical step in the beer making process. Barley grains are soaked in water to initiate germination, allowing enzymes to develop. This process converts the grain starches into fermentable sugars. Once the grains begin to sprout, they are carefully dried and roasted in kilns to produce malt. The roasting temperature and duration are meticulously controlled to develop specific flavors and colors in the malt, which will ultimately influence the beer's taste and appearance. Milling, grinding the malt for efficient extraction. After malting, the malt is stored in silos until it's ready to be milled. Milling involves grinding the malt into a coarse powder, which increases the surface area and facilitates the extraction of sugars during mashing. The malt mill crushes the grains without pulverizing them, ensuring that the husks remain intact. These husks play a vital role in the lautering process by forming a natural filter bed, which helps separate the liquid wort from the solid grain particles. Mashing, converting starches into sugars. The milled malt is then combined with warm water in a vessel known as the mash tun. This mixture, called the mash, is carefully heated and stirred to promote the activity of enzymes that convert starches into fermentable sugars. The temperature is gradually increased from around 45 degrees Celsius to 78 degrees Celsius, passing through various temperature rests that optimize enzymatic activity. This process, known as saccharification, is essential for producing a wort rich in sugars that yeast will later ferment into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Lautering, separating wort from grain. Once mashing is complete, the next step is lautering, where the liquid wort is separated from the solid grain particles. This is achieved in the lauter tun, where the mash is gently drained through a bed of grain husks, acting as a natural filter. Rotating blades or knives may be used to cut through the grain bed, ensuring a smooth flow of wort while effectively separating it from the spent grains. The clear wort is then collected for the boiling stage, while the spent grains are often repurposed as high-quality animal feed. Boiling, infusing hops for flavor and stability. The collected wort is transferred to a brew kettle, where it is boiled for up to 2 hours. During boiling, hops are added at various stages to impart bitterness, flavor, and aroma to the beer. The timing and type of hops used play a crucial role in defining the beer's character. Boiling also sterilizes the wort, eliminating any unwanted microorganisms and ensuring the beer's stability and shelf life. Additionally, proteins coagulate and precipitate during the boil, contributing to the beer's clarity. Whirlpooling. Clarifying the wort after boiling, the wort undergoes a whirlpool process to further clarify it. The wort is rapidly circulated in a whirlpool tank, creating a vortex that draws the remaining hop particles and proteins into a central cone. This sediment, known as trub, is then separated from the clear wort. The whirlpooling step ensures that the wort is as clear as possible before cooling, which is essential for producing a high-quality final product. Cooling, preparing the wort for fermentation. The clarified wort needs to be cooled quickly to a temperature suitable for yeast fermentation. This is achieved using a plate heat exchanger, where the hot wort is passed through plates cooled by chilled water or glycol. Rapid cooling is essential to prevent contamination and to prepare the wort for the addition of yeast. The efficient heat exchange process not only cools the wort, but also allows for the reuse of extracted heat in other parts of the brewery, enhancing energy efficiency. Fermentation, transforming wort into beer. Once cooled, the wort is transferred to fermentation tanks where yeast is added. The type of yeast used, top fermenting ale yeast or bottom fermenting lager yeast, determines the style of beer being produced. In ale fermentation, yeast floats to the top, producing fruity and complex flavors at warmer temperatures. In contrast, lager fermentation occurs at cooler temperatures, resulting in a cleaner and crisper taste. During fermentation, yeast consumes the sugars in the wort, producing alcohol and carbon dioxide, which give beer its characteristic effervescence. Conditioning, maturing the beer. After primary fermentation, the beer enters the conditioning phase. This stage involves storing the beer in temperature-controlled tanks for several weeks to months, allowing flavors to mature and unwanted byproducts to settle. Conditioning helps in developing the beer's final taste profile and clarity. During this time, additional hops may be added for dry hopping, enhancing the beer's aroma without increasing bitterness. The extended maturation ensures a smooth and well-balanced final product. Filtration, achieving clarity and stability. Once conditioning is complete, the beer undergoes filtration to remove any remaining yeast, proteins, and particulates. Filtration can be achieved through various methods, including plate and frame filters or membrane filters. For certain beer styles, such as hoppy IPAs, a lighter filtration process is preferred to retain more flavor and aroma compounds. Proper filtration not only enhances the beer's clarity, but also improves its shelf stability by removing elements that could cause haze or spoilage. Carbonation, enhancing flavor and mouthfeel. Carbonation is a critical aspect of beer production that affects both flavor and mouthfeel. After filtration, carbon dioxide may be injected into the beer to achieve the desired level of effervescence. Alternatively, natural carbonation can occur during fermentation if the beer is bottled or kegged with a small amount of residual sugar and yeast. The right level of carbonation enhances the beer's aroma, balances its flavors, and provides a refreshing sensation when consumed. Packaging, bottling, canning, and kegging. The final stage in bulk craft beer production is packaging. Beer is filled into various containers, including bottles, cans, and kegs, depending on distribution needs and consumer preferences. Automated packaging lines ensure that the beer is filled under hygienic conditions, minimizing exposure to oxygen and contaminants that could degrade quality. Advanced sealing techniques preserve the beer's freshness, flavor, and carbonation, ensuring that it reaches consumers in optimal condition. Quality control, ensuring consistency and excellence. Throughout the brewing process, rigorous quality control measures are implemented to maintain consistency and excellence in every batch. Samples are taken at multiple stages after mashing, boiling, fermentation, and packaging, and analyzed for factors such as alcohol content, bitterness, IBU, color, SRM, and clarity. Sensory evaluations, including taste tests, are conducted by expert panels to ensure that each batch meets the brewery's high standards. This commitment to quality ensures that consumers enjoy a reliable and exceptional product every time. Sustainability practices in craft beer production. Modern American craft breweries are increasingly adopting sustainable practices to minimize their environmental footprint. Energy-efficient brewing equipment, water recycling systems, and waste reduction initiatives are commonly implemented. Spent grains, a byproduct of brewing, are repurposed as animal feed or used in baking and other food products. Sustainable sourcing of ingredients, such as locally grown hops and organic barley, further supports eco-friendly brewing practices. These efforts not only benefit the environment, but also resonate with environmentally conscious consumers. Technology and innovation in bulk. Brewing technology plays a pivotal role in modern bulk craft beer production. Advanced automation systems streamline various stages of brewing, from ingredient handling to packaging, enhancing efficiency and consistency. Data analytics and real-time monitoring enable breweries to optimize processes, reduce waste, and maintain precise control over every aspect of production. Innovations such as automated fermentation controls, smart sensors, and AI-driven quality assessments are revolutionizing the craft beer industry, allowing breweries to produce high-quality beer at scale. Scaling craft beer production without compromising quality. Scaling up craft beer production to meet increasing demand while maintaining quality is a significant challenge for American breweries. To address this, breweries invest in scalable brewing systems that allow for flexible batch sizes and consistent results. Process optimization, meticulous ingredient sourcing, and robust quality control protocols ensure that large-scale production does not compromise the unique flavors and characteristics that define craft beer. By balancing tradition with innovation, American breweries successfully deliver artisanal quality beer to a broader audience. Distribution and logistics of bulk craft. Beer-efficient distribution and logistics are essential for delivering bulk craft beer to markets nationwide. Breweries collaborate with distributors to manage inventory, transportation, and storage, ensuring that beer remains fresh from the brewery to the consumer. Cold chain logistics are often employed to maintain optimal temperatures during transit, preserving the beer's quality and preventing spoilage. Strategic distribution networks and partnerships enable American craft breweries to reach a wide range of retail outlets, bars, and restaurants, expanding their market presence. The future of bulk craft beer production in America. The future of bulk craft beer production in America is bright, with continued growth and innovation on the horizon. Emerging trends include the development of new beer styles, experimentation with unconventional ingredients, and the integration of cutting-edge technologies to enhance brewing efficiency and sustainability. As consumer preferences evolve, breweries are increasingly focusing on personalized and localized beer offerings, catering to diverse tastes and supporting community engagement. The commitment to quality, creativity, and sustainability ensures that American craft beer remains a dynamic and beloved industry for years to come. The art and science of bulk craft beer. Brewing bulk craft beer production in American factories is a harmonious blend of art and science, where traditional brewing methods meet modern technology to create exceptional beverages. From selecting premium ingredients to implementing sustainable practices, every step in the process is meticulously managed to ensure the highest quality beer. As we've explored, the journey from grain to glass involves a series of carefully controlled stages, each contributing to the unique flavors and characteristics that define American craft beer. Whether enjoyed at a local brewery or purchased from a store shelf, each pint represents the dedication and passion of countless individuals committed to the craft of brewing. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of bulk craft beer production in factories. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Cheers to great beer this new year and the incredible craftsmanship behind every bottle. Have you ever wondered what it takes to craft millions of McDonald's Egg McMuffins every single day? Imagine a symphony of precision, efficiency, and innovation working behind the scenes in bustling factories. Today, we're peeling back the layers of one of America's favorite breakfast icons to reveal the captivating process of bulk McMuffin production. Whether you're a curious foodie eager to uncover the secrets of your morning staple, an aspiring entrepreneur fascinated by a large-scale manufacturing, or simply intrigued by the intricate dance of ingredients and machinery, this video is your exclusive pass. Join us as we journey from the selection of the freshest ingredients to the high-tech assembly lines that ensure every McMuffin is a masterpiece of taste and consistency. Get ready to dive deep into the mesmerizing world where your beloved Egg McMuffin comes to life. 2. Sourcing quality ingredients. The foundation of any great McMuffin begins with high-quality ingredients. McDonald's partners with trusted suppliers across the United States to procure premium eggs, Canadian bacon, and freshly baked English muffins. These suppliers adhere to strict quality control standards to ensure that each component meets McDonald's rigorous specifications. Sustainable farming practices and ethical sourcing are also prioritized, ensuring that the ingredients not only taste great, but are also responsibly produced. This commitment to quality starts the McMuffin's journey on the right foot. 3. Ingredient preparation and processing. Once the ingredients arrive at the factory, the preparation process begins. Fresh eggs are carefully cracked and whisked into a smooth mixture, ready to be cooked into perfectly round egg patties. Canadian bacon is sliced and heated to achieve the ideal texture and flavor. Meanwhile, the English muffins are toasted to a golden brown, providing the perfect base for the sandwich. Each ingredient is meticulously prepared to ensure consistency and taste, maintaining the McMuffin's signature flavor profile that customers love. 4. Automated cooking stations. McDonald's utilizes advanced automated cooking stations to streamline the production process. These machines are designed to cook eggs, bacon, and toast English muffins simultaneously, ensuring that every McMuffin is prepared efficiently without compromising quality. The automated systems are programmed to cook each component for precise times and temperatures, resulting in consistent taste and texture across every batch. This level of automation allows McDonald's to meet the high demand for McMuffins, especially during peak breakfast hours. 5. Assembly line efficiency. After the individual components are cooked, they move down the assembly line where skilled workers and additional automation come into play. The warm English muffin serves as the foundation, followed by the perfectly cooked egg patty and a slice of Canadian bacon. Each layer is carefully stacked to maintain the McMuffin structure and ensure that every bite delivers the perfect balance of flavors. The assembly line is designed for maximum efficiency, allowing McDonald's to produce thousands of McMuffins daily without sacrificing quality. 6. Quality control and consistency. Quality control is paramount in McDonald's bulk production process. Throughout the manufacturing journey, rigorous inspections are conducted at every stage to ensure that each McMuffin meets the company's high standards. From ingredient freshness to cooking times and assembly precision, every aspect is monitored and adjusted as needed. This commitment to consistency guarantees that customers receive the same delicious McMuffin experience every time they visit McDonald's, regardless of the location. 7. Packaging and distribution. Once assembled, the McMuffins are carefully packaged to maintain their freshness and warmth during transportation. McDonald's employs eco-friendly packaging materials that are both durable and sustainable, aligning with the company's commitment to environmental responsibility. The packaged McMuffins are then distributed to McDonald's restaurants across the country through a network of refrigerated transportation, ensuring that they arrive in perfect condition for customers to enjoy. 8. Technology and innovation in production. McDonald's continually invests in cutting-edge technology and innovative practices to enhance the efficiency and quality of their McMuffin production. From advanced cooking equipment to sophisticated inventory management systems, technology plays a crucial role in optimizing every step of the process. Automation not only increases production speed, but also minimizes human error, ensuring that each McMuffin is crafted to perfection. Additionally, ongoing research and development initiatives help McDonald's stay ahead of industry trends and customer preferences. 9. Workforce training and development. Behind every successful McMuffin is a team of dedicated and well-trained employees. McDonald's places a strong emphasis on workforce training and development, ensuring that all staff members are proficient in the production processes and quality standards. Comprehensive training programs cover everything from food safety protocols to efficient assembly techniques, empowering employees to contribute effectively to the bulk production of McMuffins. This investment in human capital ensures a smooth and efficient production line, resulting in consistent and high-quality products. 10. Sustainability and environmental impact. In today's environmentally conscious world, McDonald's is committed to reducing its environmental footprint throughout the McMuffin production process. This includes initiatives such as sourcing sustainable ingredients, minimizing waste through efficient production practices, and utilizing energy-efficient machinery. Additionally, McDonald's is continuously exploring ways to enhance its sustainability efforts, such as implementing recycling programs and reducing packaging materials. These efforts ensure that the production of McMuffins not only delights customers, but also aligns with global sustainability goals. 11. Ensuring food safety and hygiene. Maintaining the highest standards of food safety and hygiene is crucial in the bulk production of McMuffins. McDonald's adheres to strict food safety regulations and implements comprehensive hygiene protocols across all production facilities. Regular sanitation procedures, temperature controls, and employee hygiene training are integral parts of the process, ensuring that every McMuffin is safe for consumption. These measures help prevent contamination and ensure that customers can enjoy their McMuffins with confidence in their safety and quality. 12. Adapting to market demands and trends. The fast food industry is dynamic with changing consumer preferences and market trends. McDonald's remains agile in adapting its McMuffin production to meet these evolving demands. Whether it's introducing new flavors, accommodating dietary restrictions, or enhancing nutritional profiles, McDonald's continually innovates to keep the McMuffin relevant and appealing. By staying attuned to customer feedback and market research, McDonald's ensures that their bulk production processes are flexible and responsive to the needs of their diverse customer base. 13. The role of automation and robotics. Automation and robotics play a significant role in the bulk production of McMuffins, enhancing both efficiency and precision. Automated systems handle repetitive tasks such as ingredient dispensing, cooking, and assembly, reducing the likelihood of human error and increasing production speed. Robotics technology also allows for greater flexibility in the production line, enabling quick adjustments to accommodate different McMuffin variations or seasonal demands. This integration of automation ensures that McDonald's can maintain high production volumes while upholding stringent quality standards. 14. Logistics and supply chain management. Effective logistics and supply chain management are essential for the seamless production of McMuffins in bulk. McDonald's employs sophisticated supply chain strategies to coordinate the timely delivery of ingredients from suppliers to factories and then to restaurants. Real-time tracking systems monitor inventory levels, ensuring that production lines operate smoothly without interruptions due to ingredient shortages. Additionally, contingency plans are in place to address potential disruptions, maintaining the integrity and reliability of the McMuffin production process. 15. Customization and menu variety. While the classic Egg McMuffin remains a staple, McDonald's also offers a variety of customization options to cater to diverse tastes and preferences. The bulk production process is designed to accommodate these variations, allowing for easy modifications, such as adding cheese, bacon, or other toppings. This flexibility ensures that McDonald's can offer a wide range of McMuffin options without compromising the efficiency and consistency of bulk production. By providing menu variety, McDonald's appeals to a broader audience, enhancing customer satisfaction and loyalty. 16. Energy efficiency and cost management. Managing energy consumption and production costs are critical aspects of bulk McMuffin manufacturing. McDonald's implements energy-efficient practices and invests in sustainable technologies to reduce operational costs and environmental impact. From utilizing energy-saving appliances to optimizing production schedules, every effort is made to ensure that the production process is both cost-effective and environmentally friendly. Effective cost management allows McDonald's to maintain competitive pricing for their McMuffins while ensuring profitability and sustainability. 17. Continuous improvement and feedback loops. McDonald's embraces a culture of continuous improvement, regularly evaluating and refining their McMuffin production processes. Feedback loops involving employee input, customer reviews, and performance metrics are integral to identifying areas for enhancement. By analyzing production data and monitoring quality indicators, McDonald's can implement changes that boost efficiency, improve quality, and adapt to new challenges. This commitment to ongoing improvement ensures that the bulk production of McMuffins remains robust and responsive to the evolving market landscape. 18. Packaging innovations for freshness. Packaging plays a vital role in preserving the freshness and quality of McMuffins during distribution and storage. McDonald's employs innovative packaging solutions that maintain the ideal temperature and moisture levels, ensuring that each McMuffin arrives at restaurants ready to be served. Advanced materials and design features help extend shelf life and enhance the overall customer experience. Additionally, McDonald's continually explores eco-friendly packaging alternatives to reduce environmental impact while maintaining product integrity. 19. Automation in quality assurance. Quality assurance is seamlessly integrated into the bulk McMuffin production line through automation. Advanced sensors and monitoring systems track critical parameters such as temperature, cooking times, and ingredient proportions in real time. These automated quality checks ensure that each McMuffin meets the established standards before moving forward in the production process. 20. Future trends in McMuffin production. As we look to the future, McDonald's continues to innovate in the realm of bulk McMuffin production. Emerging trends such as plant-based ingredients, sustainable packaging, and personalized nutrition are shaping the next generation of breakfast sandwiches. McDonald's is investing in research and development to explore these trends, ensuring that their McMuffins remain relevant and appealing to a diverse and health-conscious customer base. By anticipating and adapting to future trends, McDonald's solidifies its position as a leader in the fast food industry. 21. The McMuffin manufacturing marvel. From sourcing the finest ingredients to employing cutting-edge technology and maintaining rigorous quality standards, the bulk production of McMuffins is a testament to McDonald's commitment to excellence. Every McMuffin that reaches your breakfast table has undergone a meticulously orchestrated process designed to deliver consistent taste, quality, and satisfaction. We hope this behind-the-scenes look has given you a deeper appreciation for the effort and innovation that goes into making one of America's favorite breakfast sandwiches. Welcome to our channel, where we embark on a delectable journey into the world of Italian gelato manufacturing. In this video, we will uncover the secrets behind gelato ice cream bulk production in Italy, offering you a behind-the-scenes look at the process that creates this beloved Italian delicacy. Whether you're a gelato enthusiast, a culinary student, or an entrepreneur eager to understand large-scale production, this narration is crafted to be SEO-friendly and packed with keywords such as bulk gelato production, Italian gelato factory, and gelato manufacturing process, ensuring that gelato lovers and industry professionals alike can find and enjoy this content. Exploring the Italian gelato factory. Gelato factories in Italy are vibrant spaces where tradition meets modernity. The production environment is typically filled with stainless steel equipment, chilling units, and skilled artisans meticulously crafting flavors. In this section, we take you on a tour of an Italian gelato factory, highlighting how each phase of production is optimized for efficiency and quality. This comprehensive exploration not only satisfies curiosity about how gelato is mass-produced, but also uses SEO keywords like Italian gelato factory tour, bulk ice cream production, and gelato manufacturing facility, making the video accessible to a wide audience. Quality ingredients, the heart of Italian gelato. The secret to exceptional gelato lies in the quality of its ingredients. Bulk production begins with sourcing the freshest milk, cream, sugar, and locally sourced fruits, nuts, and chocolates that are integral to Italian gelato. Each ingredient is selected for its purity and flavor, contributing to the distinctive creamy texture and rich taste. By discussing the importance of ingredients like fresh Italian milk and authentic flavorings, we create SEO-friendly content that appeals to food enthusiasts and those looking to understand what sets Italian gelato apart from other ice creams. The mixing and pasteurization process. Once ingredients are sourced, they enter the mixing phase, a critical step in gelato production. Large industrial mixers blend milk, cream, sugar, and flavorings to create a smooth base. This mixture is then pasteurized to ensure safety and consistency while preserving the rich flavors. In Italian gelato factories, the pasteurization process is carefully monitored to maintain the authenticity of traditional recipes. Keywords like gelato mixing process, pasteurization in gelato production, and bulk ice cream mixing naturally integrate into the narrative, enhancing its SEO value. Homogenization and aging. After pasteurization, the gelato mixture undergoes homogenization, which breaks down fat molecules for a smoother texture. The mixture then enters an aging room where it rests at a controlled temperature for several hours. This aging phase allows the flavors to fully develop, ensuring the final product is incredibly creamy and flavorful. By including SEO-friendly terms like gelato homogenization, aging gelato mixture, and Italian ice cream process, we cater to viewers interested in the science behind their favorite treat. Churning and freezing techniques. Churning is where the magic happens. The aged mixture is poured into large batch freezers where it is churned while simultaneously cooling. This process incorporates air, giving gelato its characteristic lightness without compromising its density. The slow churning and freezing methods used in Italy are steeped in tradition and precision. Descriptive keywords such as gelato churning process, traditional Italian freezing, and bulk gelato churners are strategically used to optimize this section for search engines while providing viewers with a detailed understanding of the craft. Flavor creation and customization. Italian gelato is renowned for its diverse and innovative flavors. In bulk production, factories often produce a variety of flavors simultaneously, using flavor vats and mixers to introduce natural ingredients like fresh fruit purees, chocolate, vanilla, pistachio, and hazelnut. This section explores how flavorists blend and test batches to ensure consistency and authenticity. SEO-friendly keywords such as creating gelato flavors, Italian gelato recipes, and bulk flavor customization draw in viewers who are curious about flavor development and culinary artistry. Innovations in gelato technology. The modern gelato factory in Italy combines tradition with innovation. Cutting-edge technology such as automated dosing systems, energy-efficient freezers, and computerized quality control systems help maintain consistency on a massive scale without compromising on artisanal quality. By discussing innovative gelato technology, automation in gelato production, and modern Italian ice cream techniques, the narrative not only informs viewers about technological advancements, but also strengthens its SEO appeal for tech-savvy audiences interested in industrial processes. Quality control in every scoop. Quality control is paramount in bulk gelato production to ensure that every scoop meets the high standards expected of Italian gelato. Rigorous testing for texture, flavor, and safety takes place at multiple stages, from raw ingredient inspection to the final product. Detailed descriptions of these quality assurance processes reassure viewers of the meticulous care taken in producing their favorite dessert. SEO keywords such as gelato quality control, ensuring gelato consistency, and Italian ice cream safety naturally fit into the script, targeting audiences interested in food safety and quality assurance. Packaging, preserving freshness and flavor. Once the gelato reaches perfection, it's time for packaging. Bulk production facilities utilize state-of-the-art packaging lines that fill tubs, cones, or multi-layer boxes with gelato, ensuring airtight seals to preserve freshness and prevent contamination. This automated packaging system guarantees that gelato remains creamy and delicious until it reaches customers worldwide. Integrating keywords like bulk gelato packaging, airtight gelato containers, and Italian gelato distribution enhances SEO while providing a clear picture of how quality is maintained through the packaging process. Distribution channels and global reach. Italian gelato isn't just enjoyed in Italy, it's a global phenomenon. After packaging, gelato is stored in temperature-controlled environments and distributed through various channels, local gelaterias, restaurants, supermarkets, and even online retailers. This section highlights the logistics behind cold chain management and how bulk production enables Italian gelato to reach international markets without losing its quality. SEO-friendly phrases such as global distribution of gelato, cold chain logistics, and Italian gelato exports make the content relevant to viewers interested in supply chain management and international trade. Traditional techniques versus modern methods. While bulk production relies on modern methods, Italian gelato still cherishes traditional techniques passed down through generations. In some factories, artisans still handcraft small batches to preserve heritage flavors alongside large-scale production. This blend of tradition and modernity enriches the story, appealing to viewers who appreciate cultural authenticity. SEO keywords like traditional Italian gelato, artisan versus mass production, and heritage gelato making cater to both nostalgic enthusiasts and those curious about the balance between old and new. Sustainability in gelato production. Sustainability is a growing concern in all industries, and gelato production is no exception. Italian factories are increasingly adopting eco-friendly practices such as using locally sourced ingredients, reducing energy consumption, and minimizing waste through recycling programs. Highlighting these initiatives not only appeals to environmentally conscious viewers, but also integrates SEO terms like sustainable gelato production, eco-friendly Italian ice cream, and green manufacturing practices, making this content appealing to a broader, eco-aware audience. Cultural significance of gelato in Italy. Gelato is more than just an ice cream. It's a cultural symbol of Italian heritage. This section delves into how bulk production supports local communities and preserves traditional flavors that have been part of Italian culture for centuries. By exploring festivals, family-owned gelaterias, and the pride Italians take in their craft, we add a human touch to the technical narrative. Phrases such as cultural significance of gelato, Italian heritage in ice cream, and tradition meets bulk production enrich the script both culturally and SEO-wise. The economics of bulk gelato production. Bulk production of gelato impacts the economy significantly, from creating jobs to supporting local agriculture and export markets. We explore how economic factors drive production decisions, investment in machinery, and market expansion. Incorporating keywords such as economic impact of gelato factories, jobs in gelato manufacturing, and Italian gelato market trends ensures that business-minded viewers find this segment engaging and informative while also boosting SEO. Challenges in bulk gelato production. No industry is without its challenges. This section addresses common obstacles faced by gelato manufacturers, such as fluctuating ingredient costs, maintaining consistent quality at scale, and meeting increasing demand while adhering to strict health regulations. By openly discussing these challenges and the innovative solutions developed to overcome them, we build trust with the audience. SEO-friendly terms like challenges in gelato production, overcoming manufacturing hurdles, and quality versus quantity in ice cream make this segment relatable to industry professionals and enthusiasts alike. Innovation in flavors and trends. Italian gelato is constantly evolving with innovative flavors and trends that captivate consumers worldwide. From seasonal fruit blends to unexpected savory combinations, factories experiment with new recipes to stay ahead in the market. This part of the narration examines how consumer preferences influence flavor innovation and production techniques. Terms like innovative gelato flavors, trendy Italian ice cream, and new gelato trends not only make the content engaging, but also improve its discoverability for those seeking the latest in culinary creativity. Tips for aspiring gelato entrepreneurs. For viewers dreaming of entering the gelato business, this section offers practical advice on navigating the industry. We cover essential tips on recipe development, sourcing sustainable ingredients, understanding production equipment, and complying with food safety standards. By incorporating phrases like how to start a gelato business, tips for aspiring gelato makers, and entrepreneurship in ice cream industry, the narrative provides valuable insights while boosting SEO relevance for budding entrepreneurs. The future of gelato production in Italy. The future holds exciting possibilities for Italian gelato production. Advances in technology, sustainable practices, and evolving consumer tastes promise to shape the industry for years to come. This forward-looking segment explores potential innovations such as AI-driven flavor development, smart packaging, and more personalized customer experiences. SEO-friendly keywords like future of gelato, next-gen Italian ice cream, and innovations in gelato technology help capture the interest of viewers curious about what lies ahead. Conclusion and final thoughts. In conclusion, bulk gelato production in Italy is a harmonious blend of art, science, tradition, and modernity. From sourcing high-quality ingredients to mastering the art of churning and packaging, every step is taken with care to create the perfect scoop of gelato loved around the world. We hope this detailed narration has provided you with valuable insights into the fascinating world of Italian gelato manufacturing. Hey there! Have you ever pondered where a brightly colored gummy bear came from while holding it in your fingers? That little chewy treat is an intellectual, historical, and culinary marvel, not to mention a nibble. The modern industrial marvel that is gummy candy didn't begin as something that children and adults alike adore. It all started in the home of Hans Riegel, a confectioner from Germany. In the early 1920s, he started experimenting with a copper pot and a stove as his only tools. What was the outcome? The world of candies was forever changed when the gummy bear was born. The intriguing method of making gummy candy in modern factories is explored in this narration. Every stage of the manufacturing process, from ingredient selection to quality control, showcases the remarkable combination of human creativity and technical progress. Join me on this delicious adventure. Hans Riegel established Haribo in 1920 in Bonn, Germany. The story starts there. He created the first gummy bear in 1922, influenced by the European circus's famous dancing bears. These chewy sweets were first marketed in modest numbers, but swiftly became a worldwide phenomenon. The method and formula have changed over the years, incorporating new flavors, forms, and colors, as well as state-of-the-art technology. These days, you can get gummy sweets in every shape imaginable, from rings to worms and even vitamins. Gummy candy has changed over the years to mirror both technological development and shifting customer preferences. The components for gummy candy are hand-picked to guarantee uniformity in quality and flavor. A chewy texture is characteristic of gummy candy, and gelatin is the main ingredient responsible for this. Collagen is made from animal sources, specifically pig and cow bones and connective tissues. Because of its rigorous purification process, this gelatin has no flavor or smell, making it ideal for use in candy making. Gummy candy gets its distinctive melt-in-your-mouth quality from the thermoreversible gelatin, which melts when heated and hardens when cooled. The procurement of gelatin necessitates a meticulous supply chain. Processing facilities harvest and purify collagen from raw materials provided by farmers. To maintain sustainability and protect the well-being of the animals, these institutions adhere to stringent regulations. Manufacturers utilize a mix of sucrose, derived from sugarcane, and fructose from maize syrup to attain the ideal sweetness. These sugars do double duty by enhancing the candy's flavor and keeping it from drying out. Because it keeps the candy from crystallizing and keeps it smooth and malleable, corn syrup is highly prized. The production of sucrose begins in sugarcane plantations, which are often found in tropical regions. The sugarcane is first reduced to its raw sugar form after harvesting and then refined into a candy-making consistency. This sweet treat gets its taste from molasses, maple sugar, berries, and natural fruit extracts. The distinctive aromas of various gummy forms are created by enhancing these natural flavors with aromatic chemicals. There are natural and artificial sources for colors. Vibrant and uniform hues are guaranteed by regulated dyes such as red hash 40, yellow hash 5, and blue hash 1. Beetroot, turmeric, and spirulina natural colors are becoming more popular among health-conscious consumers. The candy's texture and shelf life are impacted by the pH balance, which is achieved by adding food-grade acids such as citric, malic, or tartaric acid. Sour gummy sweets get their tart flavor from these acids as well. For instance, citrus fruits are a common source of citric acid, which is then fermented and purified for commercial usage. The ideal formula for gummy candies is developed in collaboration between food technologists and chemists prior to manufacturing. The pros here play around with different quantities of ingredients until they find the sweet spot when flavor, texture, and presentation all come together. We make sure every recipe is up to par by testing it thoroughly for quality and safety. Science and art are both involved at this period. To guarantee a consistent quality and aesthetic appeal in the finished product, Laboratories with cutting-edge equipment test the interactions of substances under different settings. There are a lot of moving parts on the road from raw ingredients to an ideal chewy gummy sweet. Here, we will dissect it. In large tanks designed for industrial use, the raw components are measured and blended to begin the compounding process. To maintain consistency, these tanks have state-of-the-art heating and cooling systems. At high heats, gelatin dissolves in water. Next, flavors, colors, and sweeteners are added one by one. To make a smooth candy base, stir often to avoid burning and to make sure it's heated evenly. To guarantee accurate measurements, human workers and automated systems work together. Before going on to the next step, sensors check the base's temperature and viscosity to make sure it passes all of the requirements. The next step is to mold the candy after the base is complete. As a molding medium, starch is utilized in this step by a specialized machine called the mogul. In addition to absorbing excess moisture and keeping the candy shape while it cools, starch also prevents stickiness. Starch in trays. After leveling the surface, empty trays are filled with starch. To make the forms you want for your candies, all you need is a board that has molds on it to press into the starch. To fill the molds, a precise nozzle is used to pour the candy mixture into each cavity. Sweets that are both aesthetically pleasing and delicious can be made by the mogul using a combination of colors and tastes. The loaded trays are then transferred to a refrigeration chamber and left there for more than 24 hours. The candies get their signature texture and firmness from the lengthy cooling process. The candies are set at the ideal temperature and humidity during this period, so they don't get too sticky or hard. These circumstances are constantly being monitored by engineers who make adjustments as necessary. After the trays have cooled, they are turned upside down so the sweets can drop onto a vibrating sieve. The candies are cleaned and prepared for additional processing by using this sieve in conjunction with oscillating brushes to remove extra starch. To further increase their aesthetic value, gummy sweets may be subjected to other finishing processes after demolding. The sweets get their glossy, smooth appearance from a thin coating of wax or polishing agents. Because of its natural origins and glossy look, carnauba wax, made from the carnauba palm tree's leaves, is a popular choice. To enhance the texture and flavor of some gummy candies, they are coated with sugar or sourness. For sour gummies, this is a popular choice. Tumbling machines are used to apply these coatings in a uniform fashion. Before they are packaged, the completed sweets are separated and checked for quality. The packaging process is handled by automated machinery, which ensures efficiency and consistency. Packaged in airtight bags, boxes, or jars, these sweets are prepared to be distributed to retailers all around the globe. The function of packaging extends beyond mere containment. It serves as a means of branding as well. Products are attractive and convenient for consumers because to their vibrant appearance and resealable characteristics. Making sure the gummy candy is of high quality is an important step in the process. To guarantee it satisfies specified criteria, every batch is tested extensively. Lab testing verify the chemical qualities, including pH and moisture content, while sensory panels assess the sweet's look, texture, and flavor. The raw materials are the first point of quality control. In order to guarantee a steady supply of premium ingredients, all suppliers are thoroughly reviewed. To guarantee the product meets expectations, random samples are taken at each step, from mixing to final packing. The production of gummy sweets exceeds 160 million per day on a global scale. Gummy bears and worms are the two most beloved shapes of gummy candies. More complex confectionery shapes are being considered using cutting-edge technologies such as 3D printing. For those who are looking for a nutritious snack, there are gummy sweets that have been enhanced with vitamins. There are a lot of moving parts in making gummy candies. Butter, a simple yet indispensable part of American kitchens. Whether it's slathered on toast, melted over popcorn, or whipped into baked goods, This golden block of joy brings flavor, richness, and comfort to our daily lives. But have you ever wondered how this magical ingredient goes from a cow to your plate? The story of butter is as rich as its taste, tracing back thousands of years when it was accidentally created in animal skin pouches. Fast forward to today, butter is a symbol of culinary indulgence, produced on a massive scale with modern technology. Let's embark on this fascinating journey, uncovering the farm-to-factory secrets behind butter. Butter's roots run deep, originating over 4,000 years ago in ancient Mesopotamia. Initially churned by hand, it was a luxury item reserved for rituals and the wealthy. Over time, butter became a staple across cultures, symbolizing prosperity and sustenance. In America, the Industrial Revolution transformed butter making from a home craft to a large-scale industry. The introduction of cream separators and mechanical churns allowed factories to produce butter faster and more efficiently, meeting the growing demands of a butter-loving nation. Today, butter is a $2 billion industry in the United States, consumed in everything from home cooking to high-end culinary creations. But its journey from farm to factory remains a marvel of precision, care, and science. The story of butter begins on dairy farms, where the stars of the show, dairy cows, graze on nutrient-rich grass and feed. In the United States, breeds like Holstein and Jersey are prized for their milk, known for its high butterfat content. The role of dairy farmers. Farmers play a crucial role in ensuring cows are healthy and stress-free. Advanced nutrition plans, regular health checkups, and spacious barns contribute to the quality of milk produced. Seasons and yield. Milk production peaks in cooler months, but thanks to advancements in farming, consistent yields are maintained year-round. Milking process. Using state-of-the-art milking machines, farmers extract milk in a hygienic and efficient manner. The milk flows into refrigerated storage tanks, preserving its freshness until it's time for transportation. Once collected, the milk begins its journey to the factory. Specially designed tanker trucks transport milk at a cool 39 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius, to prevent spoilage. These trucks are equipped with insulated compartments to maintain the milk's temperature, even during long hauls. At the factory gates, the milk undergoes initial quality checks, including tests for freshness, fat content, and any signs of contamination. Only the best milk makes it to the butter-making process. At the factory, the milk is poured into large stainless steel vats. Here, the magic begins. Testing and preparation. Each batch of milk is rigorously tested to ensure it meets quality standards. High-tech sensors check everything from its acidity to its fat content. Cream separation. Using a centrifugal separator, the milk is spun at high speeds to separate cream from skim milk. The cream, rich in butterfat, is funneled into separate tanks, while the skim milk is diverted for other uses like cheese or yogurt. Churning is the heart of butter making. This ancient technique has been perfected by modern machinery. Cream's journey. The separated cream is pasteurized, a process that heats it to kill harmful bacteria while preserving flavor. It's then cooled and sent to industrial churners. The churning process. Industrial churners spin the cream at high speeds, causing the fat molecules to clump together, forming butter granules. As these granules grow, they separate from the liquid, which we know as buttermilk. Transformation in action. This stage is mesmerizing. What starts as a silky liquid slowly solidifies into creamy, luscious butter. To improve texture and shelf life, the butter undergoes washing and kneading. Washing. Butter is washed multiple times with cold water to remove residual buttermilk. This step prevents spoilage and ensures a longer shelf life. Kneading. Machines. Knead the butter, smoothing its texture and eliminating air pockets. This is what gives butter its signature silky consistency. Butter's flavor profile depends on this crucial step: salted versus unsalted. For salted butter, fine grains of salt are mixed in evenly. Unsalted butter, on the other hand, is left pure, ideal for baking and recipes where precise flavor control is needed. Cultured butter. Some factories add bacterial cultures to the cream before churning, creating a tangy European-style butter that's increasingly popular in American kitchens. Now that the butter is ready, it's time to package it for consumers. Shaping. Butter is molded into various shapes, sticks, blocks, or tubs, depending on the product type. Packaging. The butter is wrapped in protective materials like aluminum foil or parchment paper, designed to block out light and air. These packages are then labeled with all the nutritional information and stamped with an expiration date. Efficiency. High-speed machines ensure thousands of butter sticks are packaged every hour, meeting the demands of grocery stores and food service businesses. Before butter reaches the market, it undergoes stringent quality checks. Texture and taste. Expert tasters evaluate the butter for consistency, flavor, and aroma. Advanced tech. Automated systems scan for imperfections, ensuring each stick of butter is flawless. Hygiene standards. Factories adhere to strict hygiene protocols, maintaining the highest standards in food safety. Once packaged, butter is stored in temperature-controlled warehouses before being shipped across the country. Logistics. Cold chain transportation ensures butter remains fresh during transit. Retail and beyond. Butter is distributed to grocery stores, restaurants, and bakeries, ensuring it's readily available wherever it's needed. The butter industry is constantly evolving to meet consumer demands and environmental challenges. Sustainability. Factories are adopting green practices, such as recycling water and using renewable energy. Flavored and plant-based butter. From garlic herb blends to vegan alternatives, innovation is driving new trends in butter production. Butter's journey from a dairy farm to your table is a testament to the fusion of tradition and technology. Every bite of butter carries the legacy of hard-working farmers, cutting-edge machinery, and a love for good food. So the next time you enjoy the rich, creamy taste of butter, take a moment to appreciate the incredible effort that...
Did you know that over 10 million tons of tomatoes are harvested in the U.S. every year? Most of them right here in sunny California? Yep, that's enough tomatoes to circle the Earth almost 16 times if we line them all up. In today's video, we're diving deep into the vast tomato fields of America, exploring how billions of tomatoes make it from the soil to your plate. Stick around because we're also hopping over to Georgia to see how peaches get their juicy start. But first, we have to prepare the ground if we are to raise those luscious tomatoes. These large, highly technologically advanced tractors are used by farmers to turn and loosen the soil, so rendering it rich and ready for planting. They build raised beds that enable the seedlings to start perfectly. Soil preparation is vital. Get this wrong and your crop will be quite miserable. However, done correctly, it provides the basis for those ripe, delicious tomatoes that everyone enjoys. Once the soil's ready, it's time to plant. Seedlings nurtured in nurseries are brought to these fields where machines plant thousands, yes, thousands, of baby tomato plants in just a matter of hours. Imagine this, 5,100 little green shoots per acre. That's like planting a small forest of tomatoes that will soon turn into an ocean of red. But tomato farming needs ample amount of water. These fields depend on massive canal systems to irrigate the plants. Water is the lifeline here, and getting the right amount is key. Too little, and the plants struggle. Too much, and you risk disease. Precision is everything, and efficient watering systems make sure each plant gets just the right amount of hydration. After all, happy plants mean juicy tomatoes. From planting to picking, it takes about 70 to 80 days for these tomatoes to reach full maturity. Of course, it all depends on the weather. Too humid or too cold, and that timeline can shift. But generally, in about 2.5 months, these fields will be bursting with red, beautifully ripe tomatoes, ready for harvest. When about 70% of the tomatoes have ripened to that perfect shade of red, it's time for the big event. Harvest! Modern machine starts rolling through the fields, scooping up billions of tomatoes in a single season. These machines are massive, with the ability to harvest tons of tomatoes in just a few hours. And trust me, the sight of those vibrant tomatoes tumbling into the trucks, it's pretty amazing. Once harvested, the tomatoes are loaded onto these giant trucks, which haul them off to processing plants. On average, each acre of land produces 17 to 18 tons of ripe, juicy tomatoes. That's a whole lot of ketchup, pasta sauce, and salsa just waiting to be made. Here now is the magic happening. Once at the plant, the tomatoes are cleaned, steamed, and cooked until they are just ready for processing. After the skins are removed, pure tomato goodness remains. It is then pured and turned into everyone's preferred condiment, ketchup. These modest tomatoes go from field to factory to our plates in no time at all. Amazing. But that's not all, folks. We're heading across the country to Georgia now, where the fields are full of another delicious crop, peaches. If you've ever wondered how those sweet, juicy peaches make their way to your grocery store, Stay tuned because we're about to dive in. Unlike tomatoes, peaches need a gentler touch. After 4 years of growth, peach trees finally start bearing fruit. And when the peaches are ripe and ready, they're carefully hand-picked to avoid any bruising. These workers take real care to ensure each peach makes it to your table in perfect condition. From the orchard, peaches are taken to the factory, where they're washed and disinfected to ensure they're clean and ready for canning. Each peach is peeled, sliced, and carefully processed, so they're ready to be enjoyed all year round. Whether you like them straight out of the can or baked into a sweet dessert. At the canning facility, the peaches go through a detailed process to ensure that they stay fresh and delicious. They're packed into cans, sealed tight, and shipped out to stores across the country. Canned peaches are a great way to enjoy that summertime sweetness, no matter the season. And here you have it, the trip your peaches and tomatoes travel from the ground to your kitchen. The effort and dedication involved in every mouthful we consume is amazing. Tell me in the comments which stage of the process most surprised you. All right, farmers, pay attention. You're going to learn some very important information in the following few minutes that will enable you to improve your strawberry farming skills. Regardless of your farming experience, a few decades or less, we're sharing insider knowledge on how to grow the freshest, ripest, and reddest strawberries your farm has ever seen. Everything from traditional hand-picking to state-of-the-art technology that will enable you to harvest like never before is covered. What, though, makes strawberries unique? They are definitely delicious, but they also provide some unnoticed health advantages. These tiny red jewels are a great source of fiber, antioxidants, and vitamin C. Thus, while they sate your sweet desire, they also have certain health benefits. Strawberries have a unique capacity to improve the flavor of everything, whether you're eating them as a snack or adding them to a dessert. It makes sense why so many people adore them. Now let's watch the video to learn how to grow some. You know that strawberries are as delicate as they are sweet if you have ever gone strawberry picking. You have to be careful when lifting them up because they are prone to bruising. Since always strawberries have been picked by hand by skilled workers who know just how to remove them from the vine without harming the fruit. These workers have years of experience in the field, Handwork is difficult, time-consuming, and, let's be honest, not very future-proof. Although this approach has been tried and true, let's face it, manual labor is not always easy. The solution lies in technology. Robots are now being added to the farming simulation game. You did hear that right after all. Future fruit-picking robots will be able to identify which strawberries are ripe and ready to be harvested, and they will then pick them safely off the vine. There won't be any more wasted fruit, I promise. These robots are quite gentle in order to make sure that the strawberries are not damaged in any way. This represents a huge step forward in agricultural technology and shows how far we've come in fusing innovation and tradition. It should be noted, nevertheless, that this does not rule out the possibility of humans. Conversely, in actuality, competent farmers and this technology go hand in hand. The synergy between human effort and robotic accuracy is what truly creates the magic. This is a fantastic fusion of our familiar, conventional agricultural practices with state-of-the-art technology that makes farming more efficient and sustainable. After those strawberries have been picked, whether by hand or by a machine, it is time for them to make their way to the factory of production. This is the point at which things start to get interesting. The strawberries are transported with extreme caution to guarantee that they are not harmed in any way during the journey. Just try to fathom the logistics involved in this. Each strawberry needs to be handled with extreme caution because, as I mentioned earlier, these little ones are prone to bleeding easily. The strawberries are prepared for the most laborious aspect of cooking with strawberries, the removal of the hulls, which is typically performed after the initial cleaning. You know that small, leafy portion at the top of each strawberry that no one really wishes to deal with? Fortunately, automation has eliminated the necessity for such concerns. Now, factories are equipped with robotic limbs that are specifically engineered to remove the hulls with precision and efficiency. Observing it is actually quite fascinating. These robotic limbs are capable of detecting the precise location of the hull and, in a single swift motion, detaching it. The strawberry is not damaged and there is no waste. The objective is to optimize efficacy while maintaining the fruit's integrity. And I must inform you that these devices operate at a rapid pace. This high-tech automation enables the completion of tasks that would otherwise require an individual to spend hours manually in a fraction of the time. Nevertheless, you should not believe that the robots are doing all of the work. During the strawberry production process, humans continue to play an important role, particularly when it comes to the inspection and sorting of the strawberries. After the hulls have been removed from the strawberries, they are placed on conveyor belts and then workers visually inspect them to ensure that they are of a high quality. To ensure that each and every strawberry is of the highest quality, trained eyes examine each and every one of them. It is true that machines are helpful in this regard as well, particularly when it comes to trimming any unwanted parts or fruit that is not shaped properly. The workers, on the other hand, are the ones who have the final say when it comes to determining whether or not a strawberry is suitable for consumption. They are aware of everything that should be looked for, from the size to the ripeness to the overall appearance. The importance of quality control cannot be overstated. The next stage is reserved exclusively for the very best strawberries. Now, after the removal, they immediately proceed to the cleaning stage of the process. Imagine that this is the first shower that the strawberries have taken after a long day of working in the fields. Large machines are used to wash them thoroughly, removing any dirt or other contaminants that may have adhered to them while they were outside. These machines are placed inside of enormous machines. The amount of dirt that can accumulate when you are cultivating something in the great outdoors is something that will surprise you. In order to ensure that the strawberries are clean and ready for the subsequent stages of production, the washing process is carried out. Once the strawberries have been sorted and inspected, they get another wash. Yep, cleanliness is top priority here. This second wash ensures that any remaining dirt or impurities are completely removed, leaving nothing but clean, fresh strawberries ready for the next phase. After this thorough washing, the strawberries are prepped for canning. This is where things get serious in terms of hygiene and safety protocols. Every strawberry is handled with the utmost care to ensure they're safe for consumption. Factories go to great lengths to minimize human contact with the fruit at this point, using machines and automation to keep everything as sanitary as possible. It's all about ensuring that by the time these strawberries reach your plate, they're as fresh and clean as they were the day they were picked. As we move forward, let's discuss the process of canning. After the strawberries have been prepared, they are put into cans and they are typically accompanied by some kind of preservation liquid or liquid. A fruit juice concentrate is typically used for this purpose, as it helps to preserve the freshness of the strawberries while they are stored on store shelves. In addition, the preservation liquid imparts a slight enhancement to the flavor, despite the fact that it does, in fact, slightly alter both the flavor and the texture of the strawberries. But don't worry about it. This is all a part of ensuring that they continue to be delicious and safe to consume, even after they have been canned for a bit. In order to guarantee that each strawberry is preserved in the ideal manner, the canning process is subject to stringent inspections. Keeping that equilibrium between flavor, texture, and shelf life is the most important thing to keep in mind. In spite of the fact that you are eating strawberries several months after they were picked, the objective is to provide you with the most authentic strawberry experience possible. It goes without saying that not every strawberry is canned. To guarantee availability all year round, some are frozen. You read it correctly. Contemporary freezing technology allows us to savor strawberries even after the harvest season has ended, deep into January. The technique of freezing is really sophisticated. In order to preserve the freshness of strawberries, factories use specialized methods for rapid and efficient freezing. Frozen fruit blends, smoothies, and dessert toppings are common destinations for these strawberries. The trick is to get them to retain as much of their natural sweetness and texture as possible in the freezer so that they taste as delicious as the day you bought them. Whether it's summer BBQ season or dessert time during the holidays, these factories can handle large quantities of strawberries, so there's always enough to go around. In case you were unaware, California is responsible for producing approximately 80% of the strawberries that are consumed in the United States. The Golden State is, without a doubt, the undisputed champion when it comes to the production of strawberries. The agricultural sector is thriving as a result of the climate there, which is ideal for the cultivation of these delightfully small fruits. If you are going to enjoy a bowl of fresh strawberries in the near future, there is a good chance that they originated in the warm and sunny state of California. It is incredible to contemplate the magnitude of the production that takes place there, which guarantees that strawberries are accessible to people all over the nation. Let's switch gears now and talk about one of the most beloved strawberry products, jam. Who doesn't love spreading a little strawberry jam on their toast in the morning? It's the perfect way to start the day. The jam-making process begins with frozen strawberries that have been stored for just this purpose. Once the strawberries are thawed out, they're combined with ingredients like granulated sugar to bring out their natural sweetness even more. From there, the strawberries are cooked down using traditional methods. This is where you get that perfect balance of texture and flavor that makes strawberry jam so irresistible. It's all about patience here. You can't rush the process. The strawberries need time to break down and blend with the sugar, creating that rich, luscious jam that we all know and love. It's a tried and true method that hasn't changed much over the years because, well, why mess with perfection? right, let's end on a sweet note. Chocolate-coated strawberries. You've probably had these at some fancy event, or maybe even made them at home. But have you ever wondered how they're made on a large scale? In factories, chocolate-coated strawberries are made using automation. Strawberries are carefully dipped into melted chocolate using machines that ensure every berry gets an even coating. Once they're dipped, the strawberries are placed on trays to set, and then they're packaged up, ready to be sent to stores. It's a luxurious treat that combines the best of both worlds: sweet, juicy strawberries and rich, creamy chocolate. And thanks to automation, they're produced quickly and efficiently, ensuring you can enjoy this decadent treat whenever the craving strikes. The strawberries are then subjected to their final inspections after all of this has taken place. To ensure that each strawberry satisfies quality standards, a final inspection is performed on each and every one of them, regardless of whether they are going to be canned, frozen, or transformed into jam or chocolate-coated treats. The final stage is where robotic systems play a significant role, as they contribute to the reduction of waste and the enhancement of efficiency. It is of the utmost importance to ensure that the best product possible is delivered to you and delivered to the door. The strawberries are packaged up and ready to be shipped to stores once everything has been checked and approved. They will eventually make their way into your kitchen after being shipped to stores. And there you have it. From the fields to the factory, strawberries go through an incredible journey to get to your plate. Thanks to advancements in food automation, the process is faster, safer, and more efficient than ever before. But let's not forget the skilled workers who play a key role in ensuring that every strawberry is picked, inspected, and processed with care. It's a beautiful blend of technology and tradition that makes modern strawberry production possible. So the next time you enjoy a fresh strawberry, spread some jam on your toast, or bite into a chocolate-covered treat, take a moment to appreciate all the work and innovation that went into making it happen. Hey, did you know that chickens are happiest when they roam in their natural surroundings? That's right. These feathery birds truly thrive when they are able to enjoy fresh air, forage for food, and live the way they intend to. The best part? This natural, stress-free lifestyle leads to happier, healthier chickens, and when they're happy, the quality of their eggs and overall well-being shines through. It's a win-win for both farmers and these cute little creatures. Pretty cool, right? Well, welcome to the world of free-range chicken farming. In today's video, we're going to dive into the world of free-range farming and why it's a better, more humane alternative to factory farming. From raising chicks to having the best farm-to-table process that gets those delicious eggs and meat to your plate will be covered in the next few minutes. But before we dive into the details, hit that subscribe button and let's get on to this farming journey together. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on the series of farming products and procedure we will bring up on this channel. So, what's the big deal about free-range chicken farming anyway? Well, let me paint you a picture. Imagine a flock of chickens happily wandering around a green pasture. They're scratching at the soil, munching on bugs and worms, and soaking up the sunlight. This is a far cry from the cramped, overcrowded conditions you often see in factory farming. In free-range farming, chickens are allowed to roam outside for most of the day, only returning to their coops at night for safety and rest. This freedom to move and forage naturally has a huge impact on their overall health and well-being. And guess what? This isn't just good for the chickens, it's good for you too. The eggs they produce have deeper orange yolks, are richer in vitamins like A and E, and are bursting with flavor. Here's the thing. When chickens are raised in a natural environment, it leads to lower stress levels, which translates directly into better tasting, higher quality eggs. These aren't your run-of-the-mill store-bought eggs that come from hens packed together in cages. These are free-range eggs, and once you've tasted them, you'll never look back. Let's kick things off at the very beginning: incubation and rearing the chicks. This is where the magic starts. You can't just grab any egg and expect it to hatch into a fluffy little chick. No, you need fertilized eggs, which means the hens have to mate with roosters. That's where the fun starts. The rooster courts the hen, and after some time, fertilized eggs are laid. Now, once we've got these fertilized eggs, it's time to place them in an incubator. You see, in a natural setting, the hen would sit on the eggs, keeping them warm until they hatch. But in farming, we use specialized incubators to mimic this environment. These machines are carefully designed to maintain the perfect temperature and humidity levels for hatching. And trust me, getting this right is crucial. Too hot or too cold, and the eggs won't hatch properly. After about 21 days in the incubator, you'll start to see the eggs crack, and out come these tiny fluffy chicks. It's an incredible sight. But this is just the beginning. The chicks are extremely vulnerable at this stage, and their environment needs to be carefully controlled to ensure they grow strong and healthy. In the first few weeks after hatching, maintaining the right environment is key. The chicks are placed in brooders, where the temperature is kept between 30 and 35 degrees Celsius. This mimics the warmth they'd get from their mother hen in the wild. At this stage, they're still very fragile and need constant warmth to survive. But temperature isn't the only thing you need to keep an eye on. The chicks also need a steady supply of fresh water and nutritious feed. Dehydration can set in fast, especially in warm environments, so making sure they have easy access to water is essential. The feed, on the other hand, needs to be packed with the right nutrients to support rapid growth. As the weeks go by, you can start gradually lowering the temperature, allowing the chicks to acclimate to cooler conditions. By the time they're a few weeks old, they'll have grown enough to handle life outside the brooder, and they'll start transitioning to the great outdoors. Let's talk a bit more about what goes into feeding these chicks. In the early stages, their feed needs to be high in protein, vitamins, and minerals. Think of it as giving them a power-packed diet that helps them grow from tiny fluff balls into strong, healthy chickens. Protein is especially important because it helps in the development of muscles and feathers. As the chicks get older, their dietary needs change. They require less warmth but more space to move around and exercise. This is where free-range farming starts to show its benefits. By allowing the chickens to roam outside, they're able to forage for natural food sources like insects and plants, which complements their regular feed. What's cool about free-range farming is that it encourages chickens to engage in natural behaviors like scratching, dust bathing, and foraging. These activities aren't just fun for the chickens, they help keep them fit and healthy, which in turn leads to better quality eggs and meat. Now let's take a closer look at why free-range chicken farming is such a game changer. First off, it's all about the welfare of the chickens. In conventional farming systems, chickens are often kept in cages so small they can barely move. This leads to high levels of stress, which can affect their health and the quality of the eggs and meat they produce. But in a free-range system, chickens are free to roam, explore, and engage in natural behaviors. This reduces stress and improves their immune systems and results in healthier, happier birds. And the benefits don't stop there. Free-range farming is also more sustainable than conventional farming. Because the chickens are allowed to forage for part of their diet, farmers can reduce the amount of commercial feed they need to buy. Plus, free-range systems generally produce less waste and use less energy than intensive farming operations. And let's not forget about the environmental benefits. Free-range chickens help maintain healthy soil by scratching at the ground and fertilizing it with their droppings. It's a natural cycle that promotes sustainability and reduces the need for chemical fertilizers. But before we can let the chickens roam free, we need to make sure they have a safe place to call home. Building a proper coop is essential for their well-being. The coop needs to be sturdy enough to protect the chickens from predators like foxes, raccoons, and hawks. It also needs to provide shelter from harsh weather conditions, whether it's the scorching heat of summer or the freezing temperatures of winter. Ventilation is another key factor to consider. Chickens need a steady supply of fresh air to stay healthy, but the coop also needs to be warm and dry to prevent respiratory issues. It's all about finding the right balance. Inside the coop, you'll need to provide comfortable nesting boxes for the hens to lay their eggs. These boxes should be lined with soft bedding like straw or wood shavings, which helps keep the eggs clean and protected until you collect them. All right, let's talk eggs. If you've ever compared a free-range egg to a conventional egg, you've probably noticed the difference right away. Free-range eggs have richer, deeper-colored yolks, thanks to the chicken's varied diet of grains, insects, and plants. They're also higher in certain vitamins and minerals, making them a healthier choice overall. But the benefits of free-range eggs go beyond nutrition. Because the chickens are allowed to roam freely and engage in natural behaviors, they're less stressed and healthier, which leads to better quality eggs. These eggs are often considered more flavorful than those produced by caged hens, and they've become increasingly popular in markets around the world, despite their slightly higher price point. And while free-range eggs may be more expensive to produce, many consumers are willing to pay a premium for the superior taste and quality. It's a testament to the growing demand for more humane and sustainable farming practices. Now let's switch gears a bit. Free-range chickens aren't just prized for their eggs. They're also a popular source of meat. Once the chickens reach maturity, they're transported to processing facilities where they're prepared for market. The process begins with the chickens being transported to slaughter lines. This is done using automated systems that minimize stress for the animals. From there, the chickens are humanely slaughtered and prepared for the next stages of processing. After slaughter, the chickens are moved to machines that handle the feather plucking. This process is quick and efficient, removing the feathers and getting the chickens ready for further processing. Once the feathers are removed, the chickens are cleaned and prepared for the next stages of production. This includes gutting and preparing the meat for packaging. Once the chickens have been processed, they're cooled and cleaned to ensure they remain fresh and safe to eat. This is typically done using cold water baths or air-cooled tunnels, which help to reduce the growth of bacteria and extend the shelf life of the meat. It's a crucial step in ensuring that the chicken you buy at the store is safe to eat and has a long shelf life. Did you know that chicken is one of the most widely consumed meats in the world? It's true, chicken meat production has been on the rise globally, especially in countries like the United States, Brazil, and China. Chicken is affordable, easy to cook, and packed with protein, making it a popular choice for meals around the world. In fact, the demand for chicken is so high that it has become one of the most accessible and affordable protein sources available. This is especially true in countries like the United States, where chicken is a staple in most households. Once the chickens are processed, they're divided into different cuts: breasts, legs, wings, and more. These cuts are then packaged using automated lines, ensuring that the meat is properly stored and ready for shipment. Packaging is typically done in either plastic or cardboard containers, which help to keep the meat fresh and protected during transport. When it comes to nutrition, chicken meat is a powerhouse. It's low in fat, high in protein, and packed with essential vitamins and minerals like B6, B12, and niacin. It's also a great source of selenium and phosphorus, which are important for maintaining healthy bones and a strong immune system. But as with any food, it's important to handle chicken properly to avoid foodborne illnesses. Make sure you cook it thoroughly and store it at the right temperature to prevent the risk of food poisoning. Finally, once the chickens are packaged, they're stored in cold storage until they're ready to be shipped out. Cold chain transportation ensures that the meat remains fresh and safe to eat by the time it reaches consumers. From the farm to the table, every step of the process is carefully managed to ensure the highest quality product possible. And there you have it. From chick to chicken, egg to meat, free-range chicken farming offers a more natural, healthier, and sustainable way to raise chickens. Hey folk, let me ask you one question. How much do you really know about Nutella? You know it's delicious, of course. You've probably spread it on toast, used it to top pancakes, or, let's be honest here, eaten it by the spoonful straight from the jar. But have you ever stopped to wonder how this jar of pure delight actually makes it to your table? The journey starts far from the shelves of your local grocery store. It begins in the fields. Cocoa pods ripening under the sun, hazelnuts being harvested, sugar beets dug up from the earth. Today, we're peeling back the layers and diving into the entire process, from cocoa pod to Nutella jar. So grab a snack and stick around. We're about to explore how this fan-favorite spread goes from farm to factory and finally into your hands. We will begin our journey at the cocoa plantations. Cocoa, it's possible that you've heard it wrong. Although most of us are familiar with it as an ingredient in chocolate, few of us have ever seen the actual production process. Imagine a forest of verdant, tropical trees, each one clustered with a plethora of golden cocoa pods. Using their machetes as if they were an extension of their arm, skilled laborers systematically traverse the fields. They are exceedingly precise, picking only the ripest pods and letting the rest ripen to perfection. Working with cocoa pods, which contain the seeds that will grow into beans, is a physically demanding and time-sensitive process. The flavor of your Nutella actually starts with these seeds. Workers carefully load up big baskets with the harvest, taking care not to break any pods along the way. The following phase starts after they have collected a haul. On the way to the processing factory, the workers check each basket full of pods to make sure they are still of the highest quality. The first transition occurs when the pods arrive at the processing plant. In order to remove any dirt, leaves, or other impurities that may have accompanied them from the farm, they are spread out on tables and scrubbed clean by either humans or machines. The delicate cocoa flavor could be ruined if any contaminants are introduced at this critical stage. When the pods start to shine, it's time to open them. Workers carefully crack open each pod using sharp instruments, exposing rows of shiny, wet cocoa beans enclosed by a gooey, white pulp. The beans still don't resemble chocolate in any significant way. They resemble soft, chewy seeds at the moment. The secret to Nutella's famous flavor is actually inside these beans, so don't be deceived. Scooping out the beans from the pods is the next step. Although this step requires a lot of manual labor, every bean is important. The objective is straightforward: preserve the integrity of each and every useful seed while extracting it. The beans are sorted after they are free to make sure only the best ones move on to the next step. The ones that make it through the inspection can be dried now. The air drying process, which is gradual and steady, will now begin. You would be correct in picturing these beans being baked in the scorching sun. The beans are spread out on huge drying platforms and allowed to soak up the heat. Not only will this make them dry, but it will also bring out their natural flavor. As they dry, the beans lose water, which concentrates their chocolatey flavor. Depending on the weather and the unique requirements of each batch, this procedure can take days or even longer. The beans are ready for quality testing when they are completely dried. Professionals step in at this point. They listen for the sound of cracked beans in addition to size, color, and scent when evaluating beans. After each bean is examined, it is placed aside and marked for the next stage of the process. However, batches are either reprocessed or rejected if they do not fulfill the stringent quality standards. No bean will do unless it meets the exacting standards of Nutella. Now that everything is in order, the beans can be roasted. Things begin to smell absolutely lovely at this point. Imagine enormous roasters, turning the beans gently to get an even roast while maintaining high temperatures. The objective is to accentuate the robust flavor that will underpin the chocolatey Nutella flavor. After roasting is finished, the beans are passed through a machine that removes the cocoa nibs from the husks. The process revolves around the nibs, which are the raw materials used to make cocoa powder. To effectively eliminate the husks while preserving the nibs, the separating process must be meticulous. Accurately striking this equilibrium requires high-tech equipment. The nibs that have been separated are gathered and prepared for their subsequent metamorphosis. Prior to delving into that topic, it is important to mention that the entirety of the cocoa bean is utilized, even the husks, which can be transformed into alternative goods. Effort is not wasted. The nibs can be separated and ground into a fine powder now. The chocolate taste basis that will become Nutella's soul is this powder. Not any powder, though. It takes a lot of skill to grind cocoa nibs. To achieve a fine, smooth texture, the nibs are first ground several times after being broken down into smaller pieces. Extracting the cocoa butter from the nibs is the first step in making a thick, rich powder that may be mixed with other ingredients. This is the second round of quality checks on the powder, during which we measure its uniformity, flavor, and texture. It is returned to the grinding table for a second attempt if it fails. After it's just right, it's put in a bag and put aside until it meets the other Nutella stars: milk, sugar, and hazelnuts. The sugar beet farms are our next stop, so let's change topics. Sugar is a key ingredient in Nutella, but it's easy to forget that the spread wouldn't be the same without it. After removing them from the ground and shaking off any leftover dirt, farmers harvest tons of sugar beets. After harvesting, the beets are taken to a processing facility to undergo cleaning, cutting, and shredding. Fascinatingly, all parts of the beet are utilized in this process, whether it's for sugar or other byproducts. There is a lengthy process that begins with shredding the beets and ends with boiling and centrifuging the liquid to separate the sugar crystals from the pulp. Nutella goes through extensive quality testing before any sugar is added. Making ensuring the sugar is completely pure, free of any impurities that could change the texture or flavor of the end result is the main objective. The mixing stage is reserved for the finest sugar. All right, let's move on to milk. A lot of credit for Nutella's velvety consistency goes to the high-quality milk that went into making it. Where the cows are fed and cared for properly is where the milk comes from. There will always be plenty of Nutella quality milk from these cows because they are bred to produce a lot of milk. Transporting the milk to a facility for testing ensures it satisfies all regulations once it is collected. We will reject anything that even slightly tastes odd or seems contaminated. Milk is processed into milk powder after it passes all tests. This powder is then combined with the other ingredients. Collecting and preparing hazelnuts. Without a doubt, hazelnuts are the most recognizable Nutella component. The finest hazelnuts are plucked in the late summer from Turkish orchards. Ripe hazelnuts fall to the ground as a result of machinery gently shaking the trees. The next step is to collect the nuts, sort them, and then send them to the processing plant. The hazelnuts are roasted to bring out their rich, nutty flavor after being cleaned to remove any impurities. Only the finest hazelnuts are selected for further inspection after roasting. At last, they are ground into a paste that will give Nutella its rich, nutty flavor. Unfortunately, palm oil is essential to Nutella's velvety smoothness, despite its undeserved negative reputation. Produced from sustainably farmed palm fruits, Nutella's palm oil is a secret ingredient. Before pressing the fruits to extract their oil, they are sanitized to kill any bacteria. Before it's mixed with Nutella, this oil is filtered and refined to make sure it's top-notch. Combine all of the ingredients at once. The hazelnut paste, cocoa powder, sugar, and milk powder are mixed in big industrial mixers. The meticulous mixing process gives Nutella its signature silky smooth texture by allowing all of the ingredients plenty of time to blend together. Technicians watch the blending process closely at every stage to make sure the consistency is perfect, which might take hours. To achieve perfection, every parameter is precisely controlled, including temperature, mixing speed, and even room humidity. Once all the ingredients are in the mixer, cocoa powder, hazelnut paste, sugar, milk powder, and the all-important palm oil, what happens next is pure culinary chemistry. The ingredients don't just mix together right away, it's a process, carefully timed and executed to create that signature creamy texture Nutella is famous for. The mixer starts off slow, blending everything together in stages. First, the dry ingredients are fully incorporated, ensuring that there are no lumps or inconsistencies in the powder. This is where attention to detail is key. Too fast, and the mixture becomes too dense. Too slow, and it won't blend properly. After the initial mixing, the process ramps up. Now it's all about refining the texture. The mixture is continuously stirred and whipped with the goal of achieving that iconic smoothness. Machines are constantly monitoring the consistency to make sure there are no gritty bits and that the spread remains light and silky. The temperature is carefully controlled as well, ensuring that none of the ingredients overheat or separate. During this phase, secret ingredients are added, small touches that give Nutella its unique flavor profile. These are tightly guarded by the company, so we can only speculate what might go in. But once those are added, the mixture is stirred for hours until it reaches the perfect consistency. By now, it's not just a collection of ingredients, it's Nutella, ready to be jarred and enjoyed. Now that the Nutella has reached its final form, it's time to package it up. This part of the process is mesmerizing to watch. Picture huge vats of Nutella being funneled into a network of automated machines, each one responsible for filling those iconic jars. The machinery is precise. Each jar is filled to the exact same level, with no spills or excess. As the jars pass down the conveyor belt, they're quickly capped with airtight lids to lock in the freshness. The lids are then sealed to preserve the flavor and keep out any unwanted air. This is crucial because Nutella's texture and flavor can change if exposed to the wrong conditions. The next step is quality control. As the jars whiz by, workers and machines alike are on the lookout for any imperfections. Whether it's a jar that wasn't filled enough, a lid that wasn't properly sealed, or a label that's out of place. Those jars are quickly pulled from the line to be reprocessed. The remaining jars continue their journey, ready to be labeled. With the jars now sealed, it's time for labeling and distribution. Automated machines print the famous Nutella labels and apply them to each jar with precision. The labels are more than just decoration. They contain vital information like the expiration date, nutritional facts, and a barcode that will track each jar on its journey from the factory to the store. After labeling, the jars are boxed up and prepared for shipping. Depending on the destination, they might be packed into crates, loaded onto pallets, or even placed in special climate-controlled containers to ensure they arrive at their final destination in perfect condition. From there, the Nutella jars are shipped out to grocery stores, restaurants, and homes all over the world. It has been enjoyed by humans since the 9th century, right? It's incredible to think that this popular beverage which is present in almost every home today, has such a long and storied past. Coffee has adapted to various climates and civilizations as it has wandered the world, from the ancient coffee woods of Ethiopia to the thriving coffee houses of Europe and the Americas. In this installment, we will delve into Brazil, one of the world's leading coffee producers, because every cup has a tale to tell. But before we move further, please make sure to subscribe to our channel so that we can afford to create such free videos for you. To begin, if you would want to see more in-depth explorations of farming and food production, be sure to subscribe and enable notifications. Watch more videos like this because of your support. Brazil is the next logical step in the coffee cultivation industry. Therefore, let's go there. In the world of coffee, Brazil is unrivaled. It produces an astounding 33% of the world's coffee, making it the top producer in the world. With an astounding 8 million farmers devoted to the trade, Brazil boasts 18 billion coffee trees. The supply of coffee that you enjoy in the morning is ensured by the labor of 8 million Americans. Arabica coffee is Brazil's specialty. Arabica, a type of coffee grown in the mountains, is more expensive and renowned for its sweet flavor and exceptional quality. Indulge in a gourmet experience with every sip of this coffee. Because of its varied topography and hardworking farmers, Brazil has become an expert grower of Arabica coffee. What about the excellent stuff? It is probably Brazilian. How is the cultivation of coffee beans unique in Brazil? It combines both old and new ways of doing things. Envision a farm where traditional hard work is complemented by state-of-the-art machinery. Mountainous regions still have their fair share of coffee grown by farmers who handpick each bean. More and more, farmers are using AI into their operations to aid with weather forecasting, soil health monitoring, and crop production optimization. It's a combination of modern technology with more conventional elements. Preparing the land is the first step in the trip. Fertile coffee plantations are created by farmers from uncultivated lands. After the soil is plowed and leveled, the planting media can be organized. Soil preparation is an important first step before using a tractor for harvesting or maintenance purposes. Artificial intelligence, AI, won't be of any use without this foundation. Seed selection is the next step. The ideal seeds for this crop are those that are healthy, pest-free, have a short stem, and the correct crown shape. By evaluating the seeds for best growth potential, AI technology helps in this procedure. After selection, the seeds are taken to the nursery for further care until they are prepared to be planted. Envision a vast field of tiny coffee plants, each one carefully preparing to produce your next mug of Java. When seedlings have spent around 10 to 12 weeks in the nursery, it is time to transfer them to polybags. There will be a major transplant after 4 or 5 more months. Heavy lifting is done by specialized tractors who plant the seedlings at the optimal spacing to guarantee their robust and healthy growth. Better production and less maintenance are possible because to the exact spacing. The actual labor starts now that the seedlings are planted. To prevent invasive species from taking over, weeding must be done regularly. Another important thing that farmers do is use tractors to till and aerate the soil so that it retains its structure. An important step in the process is fertilization. 3 times a year, farmers supplement the plant's nutritional needs with a mix of chemical fertilizers, compost, and manure. Limestone is a trick that may surprise you. Industrial limestone, when applied to soil by Brazilian farmers during the growing season, can boost coffee yields by as much as 40%. Limestone is essential for a successful harvest because it helps balance the acidity of the soil. Accurate dosing is crucial. Either too little or too much will have negative effects. Brazilian coffee growers have pests under control, which is a major plus for producers. They find infestations quickly and cure them using both natural and AI-monitored approaches. It is usual practice to use tractors that have sprayers for pesticides and fungicides. Here, pruning is also important. In preparation for the coffee plant's flowering season, farmers prune the trees and remove any diseased or otherwise unhealthy branches. It is now time to harvest, which takes approximately 2.5 to 3 years. Half a kilogram to 1 kilogram of coffee can be harvested from each Arabica plant. These days, tractors are used for the job because they can collect a lot of coffee cherries fast. Although this approach is quick, it does have certain difficulties. Unfortunately, machines don't always pick the best beans or don't treat plants well. That is when harvesting by hand becomes useful. Manual harvesting is slower, but it ensures a superior quality product since growers can select just the best cherry. Because of its exceptional taste and consistency, this coffee is frequently sold at a higher price. When you want the best of the best, go for hand-picked coffee. The process is far from over even after the coffee cherries have been plucked. 2 primary ways exist for processing the cherries. But first, we need to discuss drying and roasting. These steps taken after harvest account for 40% of the total quality of the coffee. Feel free to do so, okay? all that effort in the field can be for nothing if it isn't managed properly. The natural process is the name of the initial approach. This method entails exposing the coffee cherries to sunlight while they are still whole, skin and all. Even drying of the cherries, which might take many weeks, requires constant turning by the farmers. The honey process is the second approach. In this step, a machine removes the cherry skin, exposing a sticky mucilage layer that imparts a honey-like flavor to the coffee. By keeping an eye on these procedures, AI can guarantee their quality and consistency. So, what can American coffee growers learn from their Brazilian counterparts? To begin, they can mimic Brazil's carefree approach to seed picking, which includes using artificial intelligence to assess seed quality. Limestone and other land preparation techniques have the potential to revolutionize crop production and financial returns. Combining state-of-the-art AI-driven technologies with Brazil's traditional practices could be a game changer for American farmers in the future. Sustainable approaches, like as the honey process, which aim to balance efficiency with quality, could help American coffee farms succeed in the long run. To keep American coffee production competitive internationally, this endeavor might be strengthened by using natural pest control approaches and irrigation systems powered by artificial intelligence. Every single day, millions of people around the world reach for a Pepsi, eagerly anticipating that signature crispness that has become synonymous with the brand. But have you ever stopped to wonder how this beloved drink makes it from the factory to your hands? What does it take to produce millions of bottles daily, each with the same refreshing taste and perfect carbonation? In today's video, we'll take you on an exclusive tour inside an American Pepsi factory where modern technology and meticulous processes meet to produce this iconic beverage on an enormous scale. If you're a Pepsi enthusiast, just like us, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tag along for this exciting journey. Stick around until the end, because what you discover about Pepsi's production may just change the way you enjoy your next sip. And hey, your support means a lot. It helps us continue bringing fascinating factory stories like these. Pepsi's allure isn't just about sugar and fizz. It's a perfectly crafted symphony of flavors designed to hit your taste buds just right. The distinct sweetness comes from high fructose corn syrup, which delivers a consistent sweetness without overwhelming the palate. The slight hint of citrus adds a refreshing tang that balances the drink's sweetness and makes it feel less heavy than other sodas. This delicate blend is no accident. Pepsi's recipe is the result of decades of research and flavor optimization, ensuring it appeals to a wide variety of consumers. The flavor also taps into psychological factors. Research shows that Pepsi's sweetness and acidity activate pleasure centers in the brain, similar to the effect of chocolate. That's why you find yourself reaching for a second can, or even a third. While some brands rely heavily on sugar content, Pepsi's flavor engineers have perfected a formula that feels refreshing without the cloying aftertaste. This careful attention to detail is one of the reasons Pepsi has remained a top contender in the global beverage market for over a century. In recent years, PepsiCo has taken significant steps towards sustainable packaging to reduce its environmental impact. One of the most noteworthy moves is the introduction of refillable glass bottles. These bottles aren't just eco-friendly, they also enhance the drinking experience. Glass preserves carbonation better than plastic, keeping the soda fizzier for longer. Plus, it eliminates any risk of the drink picking up off flavors from plastic, offering a purer taste. The refillable bottle system is designed to reduce waste. After consumers return their empty bottles, They are thoroughly cleaned, sterilized, and refilled. This closed-loop system minimizes waste and encourages repeat purchases, contributing to both environmental goals and customer loyalty. Pepsi has also introduced a new generation of plastic bottles made from recycled materials, further reducing its carbon footprint. Pepsi's sleek black bottles are a striking visual on store shelves, but they come with a recycling challenge. Black plastic absorbs infrared light, making it difficult for automated sorting systems at recycling plants to identify and process them. While these bottles are aesthetically appealing, PepsiCo has faced criticism from environmental groups concerned about their impact on waste streams. In response, PepsiCo is actively researching innovative ways to make black bottles more sustainable. One promising solution involves redesigning the plastic formula to make it detectable by recycling scanners. Another idea under consideration is adding unique markers to the bottles, allowing them to be easily sorted and recycled. This commitment to finding sustainable solutions reflects Pepsi's broader efforts to balance design innovation with environmental responsibility. Step inside a Pepsi factory, and you'll be greeted by a world where technology takes center stage. The production process is almost entirely automated, with machines performing tasks at lightning speed. From cleaning and filling bottles to capping and labeling them, every step is meticulously choreographed to ensure consistency and efficiency. It all begins with the cleaning process, where bottles, both plastic and glass, are thoroughly washed and inspected by high-speed cameras. Even the slightest imperfection leads to rejection, ensuring only flawless bottles move forward. Next, the bottles glide along conveyor belts toward the filling stations, where robots inject precisely measured amounts of Pepsi syrup and carbonated water into each one. The machines are so precise that they can fill thousands of bottles per minute without a single spill. Once filled, the bottles are capped and sealed to lock in freshness. Robotic arms then arrange the bottles into crates or cartons, preparing them for shipment. Throughout the process, human supervisors monitor operations to ensure everything runs smoothly. PepsiCo's product line extends beyond soda to include ready-to-drink iced coffee, a favorite among busy professionals. These beverages offer the perfect balance of coffee, milk, and sweetness, providing a consistent taste experience that's hard to replicate at home. Unlike homemade coffee, which can vary in flavor and strength, Pepsi's iced coffee is produced under controlled conditions to ensure every bottle tastes the same. The production process involves brewing large batches of high-quality coffee, which is then blended with milk and sugar in precise proportions. Once mixed, the coffee is chilled and bottled, ready to be enjoyed on the go. The convenience of ready-to-drink coffee appeals to consumers with hectic schedules, making it a popular choice in the fast-paced modern world. PepsiCo's factories aren't just about drinks. They also produce a wide range of foods, including spicy noodles, bubble gum, gummies, and chocolate biscuits. In the noodle section, the process begins with mixing flour, water, and salt to create a dough. This dough is rolled out into thin sheets, cut into noodles, and steamed to achieve the perfect texture. Next, the noodles are flash fried to lock in flavor and packaged with seasoning packets for quick and easy preparation at home. The confectionery section is equally impressive. Bubble gum is poured into molds and shaped by specialized machines, while gummy candies are meticulously portioned into jars using advanced counting systems. In the biscuit section, robotic arms fill crispy waffle biscuits with layers of smooth chocolate, creating a treat that's impossible to resist. While Coca-Cola keeps its recipe locked away in a vault, Pepsi takes a different approach by showcasing its production process openly. The factory tour reveals the precision with which Pepsi combines carbonated water and syrup to create its signature drink. Each bottle is carefully filled, capped, and labeled to ensure the perfect balance of flavor and fizz. The use of glass bottles plays a key role in enhancing the drinking experience. Unlike plastic, glass preserves carbonation better, giving Pepsi an extra fizz that sets it apart. Watching the production line in action, it's clear that every detail, from the alignment of bottle nozzles to the speed of conveyor belts, is carefully managed to deliver the highest quality product. Pepsi's packaging is more than just functional. It's a carefully crafted experience designed to appeal to both the eyes and the emotions. The bright colors, bold fonts, and tactile surfaces of Pepsi cans and bottles are the result of extensive research into consumer psychology. PepsiCo knows that packaging plays a crucial role in attracting customers and enhancing their enjoyment of the product. In the factory, robotic arms swiftly stack bottles and cans into cartons, wrapping them securely for transport. The packaging process is a marvel of efficiency, with machines working in perfect sync to ensure every unit is ready for shipment without a single mix-up. PepsiCo also produces energy drinks, catering to consumers who need a quick pick-me-up. These drinks are packed with caffeine, vitamins, and electrolytes, offering both refreshment and functionality. As with other products, the factory ensures that energy drinks are processed with the utmost care to maintain their quality and freshness. Before throwing away your empty Pepsi bottle, consider its potential for creative reuse. With a bit of imagination, these bottles can be transformed into vases, candle holders, or even planters. This approach not only reduces waste, but also adds a personal touch to home decor, demonstrating how everyday items can be repurposed in meaningful ways. As the production process nears completion, each bottle and can undergoes a final inspection to ensure it meets PepsiCo's rigorous standards. Machines check for defects in labels, caps, and packaging, ensuring that only perfect products leave the factory. Once approved, the products are boxed, labeled, and loaded onto pallets, ready to be shipped to stores across the country. And there you have it, an exclusive look at how Pepsi produces its iconic beverages and snacks with precision, passion, and innovation. From sustainable packaging to cutting-edge automation, every step of the process reflects Pepsi's commitment to quality and environmental responsibility. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes tour, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more amazing factory processes. Let us know in the comments which Pepsi product is your favorite, and we'll see you in the next video. Who doesn't love pizza? But have you ever wondered how it's made in a mega factory? In this video, we're going behind the scenes to explore the entire pizza making process using cutting-edge technology. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can afford more free documentaries like this. Pizza, a dish that once symbolized the rustic kitchens of southern Italy, has transformed into one of the world's most beloved fast foods. Today, pizza is not only enjoyed in small family-owned pizzerias, but also in homes across the globe, thanks to the mass production capabilities of mega factories. As pizza's popularity soared over the past few decades, the need for large-scale production arose to meet the insatiable demand for this universally adored meal. Mega factories were born, using state-of-the-art technology and streamlined processes to produce pizzas by the millions, all while maintaining the flavor and quality that make pizza so irresistible. Factory-made pizzas are different from their handcrafted counterparts not because of what they offer, but because of how they are produced. The process relies on intricate, automated systems designed to maintain consistency, taste, and texture. From the sourcing of ingredients to the precision of baking in high-tech conveyor ovens, each step is carefully controlled. This ensures that every pizza, whether frozen for later consumption or prepared fresh for immediate enjoyment, meets the high standards that consumers expect. In this journey through the world of pizza manufacturing, we'll explore how factories manage to produce millions of pizzas with exceptional precision and quality. From sourcing high-grade ingredients to ensuring each pizza is baked to perfection, let's delve into the process of how pizza is made in a mega factory. Sourcing and selection of ingredients. The quality of a pizza begins with its ingredients, and large-scale pizza factories prioritize sourcing the best ingredients possible. To meet the enormous demands of production, factories often establish long-term partnerships with farms and suppliers that specialize in producing large quantities of flour, tomatoes, dairy, and toppings. The base of every pizza starts with flour, which is sourced in bulk from suppliers that specialize in high-gluten wheat varieties. High-gluten flour is preferred because it results in dough with great elasticity and chewiness, characteristics that are essential for a good pizza crust. Factories work closely with millers to ensure that the flour meets strict specifications for protein content and moisture. Each batch of flour is carefully inspected to ensure consistency across the board. The simplicity of pizza dough belies the critical role played by yeast and water in the process. The yeast used in factories is often specially formulated for rapid proofing, meaning the dough rises quickly while still developing the flavors associated with traditional dough fermentation. Water quality is another essential factor. Factories carefully filter water to maintain a neutral pH, which ensures the dough consistency and flavor remain consistent across all batches. Tomato sauce production is an art in itself. Factories often source their tomatoes from regions known for high-quality production, such as California or Italy. These tomatoes are harvested at peak ripeness to ensure rich flavor, and they undergo extensive testing for acidity and sweetness before they are transformed into sauce. Cheese, particularly mozzarella, is the crown jewel of most pizzas. Factories source massive quantities of cheese, which are either produced on-site or delivered fresh from dairy suppliers. Mozzarella, with its excellent melting properties, is the most popular choice. But other cheeses, such as cheddar or Parmesan, are sometimes blended in for additional flavor. The variety of toppings available in mass-produced pizzas is staggering. From classic pepperoni to exotic vegetables and gourmet meats, the preparation of toppings in a factory is a feat of logistical precision. Factories source toppings from trusted suppliers who can meet strict food safety standards. Vegetables are flash frozen to preserve their freshness, while meats like pepperoni or sausage are pre-cooked to ensure they are safe for consumption. Before any of these ingredients enter the production line, they undergo rigorous quality control inspections. Samples are taken from each batch, and they are tested for factors like moisture content, flavor profile, and freshness. Only the highest quality ingredients pass this stage and move on to the next step in pizza production. The dough is the foundation of any pizza, and in a factory setting, preparing the dough on a massive scale requires precision and efficiency. Pizza factories produce dough in bulk, often handling hundreds of kilograms of flour at once. The dough-making process begins with mixing the core ingredients: flour, water, yeast, salt, and oil. Industrial dough mixers, which are vastly more powerful than anything found in a typical pizzeria, are used to combine these ingredients. These machines are equipped with sensors that measure the dough's hydration and texture throughout the mixing process. By using precise quantities of ingredients, the mixers ensure that each batch of dough has a consistent texture and elasticity. This precision is crucial for maintaining uniformity in the pizzas that will eventually be made from this dough. After mixing, the dough must be kneaded. Kneading helps to activate the gluten in the flour, which gives the dough its characteristic elasticity and chewiness. In a factory, kneading is done by mechanical arms that simulate the traditional hand kneading process on a much larger scale. These machines stretch and fold the dough repeatedly, working it into a smooth, supple consistency. The goal is to achieve a dough that is stretchy enough to hold up under the weight of toppings, but not so dense that it becomes tough when baked. Resting and proofing. Once kneaded, the dough is left to rest and proof. Proofing allows the yeast to ferment, producing gas bubbles that cause the dough to rise. In a factory setting, dough is proofed in climate-controlled chambers where the temperature and humidity are carefully regulated. These chambers ensure that the dough rises evenly and to the correct height. Depending on the type of pizza being made, the dough may be proofed for as little as 30 minutes or as long as several hours. Factories use specialized technology to monitor the fermentation process, ensuring the dough is neither over nor underproofed. Dough quality checks. Throughout the preparation process, samples of dough are taken for quality checks. Factory workers inspect the dough's texture, elasticity, and rise. Special attention is given to the dough's ability to hold its shape when stretched. If any issues are found, adjustments are made to subsequent batches to maintain consistency across the entire production line. With the dough now fully prepared, it's time to turn it into individual pizza bases. This is where the large-scale machinery of the factory really shines, as dough rolling and shaping are fully automated processes. Rolling the dough. The first step in shaping the dough is to roll it out into large flat sheets. Industrial dough rollers work much like a traditional rolling pin, but on a much larger and faster scale. The dough is fed into the machine, which flattens it to a precise thickness. Factories often produce multiple types of pizza crusts, such as thin crust, regular crust, or deep dish. So the dough rolling machine can be adjusted to create different thicknesses depending on the type of pizza being produced. Cutting and shaping. Once the dough is rolled out, it needs to be cut into individual pizza bases. This is done using automated cutters, which stamp out perfectly round pizza bases from the rolled dough. These cutters can be adjusted to produce different sizes, from small personal pizzas to large family-sized pizzas. Some factories even produce square or rectangular pizza bases for specific product lines. After cutting, any excess dough is collected and reprocessed to ensure that nothing goes to waste. Pre-baking for specific pizza varieties. For some pizza types, such as frozen or pre-made pizzas, the dough is partially baked before the toppings are added. This process, known as par baking, ensures that the crust has a firm structure before it is frozen. Par baking also helps to preserve the dough's texture during freezing and thawing, so that when the pizza is baked by the consumer, the crust has the right balance of crispiness and chewiness. Sauce preparation and application. Tomato sauce is the soul of a pizza, providing the base flavor that complements the cheese and toppings. Factories prepare pizza sauce in bulk, using carefully tested recipes to maintain flavor consistency across millions of pizzas. Sauce production. The sauce used in factory-made pizzas is often a proprietary blend of tomatoes, herbs, and spices. The tomatoes are sourced from large farms and are processed into sauce soon after they are harvested to preserve their flavor and nutritional content. Factories typically have strict controls over the recipe to ensure that the sauce tastes the same across every pizza produced. Like the other ingredients, pizza sauce is subject to quality control checks. Factories use both human taste testers and machines to evaluate the flavor, consistency, and pH of the sauce. These checks ensure that the sauce isn't too watery or too thick, and that the flavor profile remains consistent. Applying the sauce. Once the sauce is prepared, it is applied to the pizza bases using automated machines. These machines are designed to apply an even layer of sauce to each pizza, ensuring that no pizza is under or over-sauced. The sauce is dispensed in a spiral pattern, starting from the center of the pizza and moving outward. This ensures even coverage so that every bite of the pizza contains the right amount of sauce. The machine's speed and volume can be adjusted based on the size of the pizza and the style of sauce application. Large-scale preparation. After the sauce is applied, the pizza moves down the production line to the cheese and topping station. Here, automation plays a crucial role in ensuring every pizza receives the correct amount of cheese and toppings. Mozzarella cheese is the most commonly used cheese for pizza, and in a factory setting, it is processed in bulk. Factories often receive large blocks of mozzarella, which are then shredded or diced on site. The cheese is stored in climate-controlled rooms to ensure that it stays fresh and maintains its optimal melting properties. Once shredded, the cheese is fed into automated topping machines that sprinkle the cheese evenly over the sauce. The machines are calibrated to distribute a specific amount of cheese based on the size and type of pizza. Toppings such as pepperoni, mushrooms, olives, and peppers are also prepared in bulk. Vegetables are washed, sliced, and flash frozen to preserve their freshness, while meats like pepperoni are pre-cooked and sliced into uniform pieces. Each topping is stored in refrigerated units until it is ready to be applied to the pizzas. Automated topping application. Just like the cheese, toppings are applied using automated systems. These machines are programmed to add the correct amount of toppings to each pizza. Sensors monitor the distribution of the toppings to ensure that they are spread evenly across the surface. For pizzas with multiple toppings, the machine applies them in layers, starting with the largest toppings, such as pepperoni, and finishing with smaller toppings like olives or onions. This careful layering ensures that the pizza maintains its structural integrity during baking. The baking process, with the dough rolled out, the sauce applied, and the toppings in place, the pizzas are ready to be baked. In a factory, baking is done in conveyor ovens that are specifically designed for high-volume pizza production. High-speed conveyor ovens. Conveyor ovens are massive machines that can bake hundreds of pizzas at once. The pizzas are placed on a conveyor belt that moves through the oven at a controlled speed. The temperature of the oven is carefully regulated to ensure that the pizzas are cooked evenly. Conveyor ovens have multiple heating zones, allowing the dough and toppings to cook at different rates. For example, the bottom of the pizza is exposed to more heat to create a crispy crust, while the top receives just enough heat to melt the cheese without burning the toppings. Different types of pizzas require different baking times and temperatures. For example, a thin crust pizza will bake at a higher temperature for a shorter time, while a deep dish pizza needs to be baked at a lower temperature for a longer period. Factories have precise settings for each pizza variety, ensuring that every pizza is baked to perfection. Monitoring the baking process. Advanced technology is used to monitor the baking process in real time. Sensors in the oven track the temperature and doneness of each pizza. If the system detects that a pizza is undercooked or overcooked, adjustments are made automatically to the oven settings. This ensures that every pizza that comes out of the oven is perfectly baked. During production, maintaining quality is critical in mass pizza production, and factories employ several quality control measures throughout the entire process. Even with all the automation, human inspectors play a key role in ensuring that the pizzas meet the factory's quality standards. These inspectors visually check pizzas at various stages of production, looking for any imperfections in the dough, sauce application, or topping distribution. Additionally, factories are increasingly using AI-driven technology to monitor production in real time. AI systems can analyze each pizza for consistency, detecting even the smallest deviations from the standard. Food safety is a top priority in pizza production. Factories adhere to strict food safety regulations, including regular cleaning of equipment, temperature checks for ingredients, and rigorous hygiene protocols for workers. The factory environment is carefully controlled to prevent contamination, and all ingredients are stored and handled in compliance with food safety guidelines. Once the pizzas are baked, they are quickly frozen and packaged to ensure that they remain fresh until they reach the consumer. Flash freezing. After baking, pizzas are immediately flash frozen. Flash freezing is a process in which the pizza is rapidly cooled to a very low temperature in a matter of minutes. This prevents the formation of large ice crystals, which can damage the texture of the pizza during storage. Flash freezing also locks in the pizza's flavor and freshness, so that when the consumer bakes the pizza at home, it tastes as though it was freshly made. Once frozen, pizzas are packaged using automated systems. The pizzas are placed in cardboard boxes, which are then wrapped in plastic to seal in freshness. Factories use specialized packaging machines that can process thousands of pizzas per hour. The packaging is designed not only to protect the pizza during shipping, but also to be visually appealing to consumers. Many factories are also moving toward using eco-friendly packaging materials to reduce their environmental impact. After packaging, the pizzas are ready to be shipped to supermarkets, restaurants, and consumers around the world. Pizzas are stored in large, temperature-controlled warehouses until they are ready to be shipped. Cold storage is essential to maintaining the quality of the frozen pizzas. When it comes time for distribution, pizzas are loaded into refrigerated trucks, which keep the pizzas frozen during transit. Large pizza factories partner with logistics companies to ensure that the pizzas are delivered quickly and efficiently. The goal is to minimize the time between when the pizza leaves the factory and when it reaches the store, ensuring that the pizzas remain fresh and safe for consumption. Before retail, before pizzas reach store shelves, they undergo one last round of quality checks to ensure they are ready for consumers. Factories regularly take samples from each batch of pizzas and subject them to taste tests. These tests ensure that the pizzas meet the factory's flavor and texture standards. Additionally, pizzas are tested for structural integrity, ensuring that they hold up during transport and baking. Final inspections. Every packaged pizza is inspected one last time for any defects. If any issues are found, the pizza is removed from the batch and replaced with a new one. The scale and efficiency of pizza production. The process of making pizza in a mega factory is a remarkable combination of food science, engineering, and automation. From sourcing the finest ingredients to baking each pizza in high-speed ovens, every step of the process is meticulously designed to ensure that consumers receive a delicious, high-quality product. As technology continues to evolve, so too will the efficiency and sustainability of factory-made pizza production. For now, factories continue to churn out millions of pizzas, keeping the world satisfied one slice at a time.